It's a clear evening here in South Arkansas, and the temperature will drop into the 70s before our activities here in Camden will be over tonight. August the 26th, it's a date we've anticipated for months, since last December, in fact. The long wait is over, and the Arkadelphia Badgers are back in action tonight on the road against 5A power Camden-Fairview in the first of three non-conference matchups. Fairview is highly ranked in 5A headed into the 2022 season, but Arkadelphia also heads into its new season highly respected and full of confidence. This is Jeff Root, and it's my pleasure to bring you another season of Arkadelphia Badgers football. We have our full crew back this year with Chase Hartzell on game analysis, Jim Rothwell on statistics, Coleman Callan behind the camera, and our team captain, Chris Babb, producing the broadcast. Chris interviewed Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker, and we will bring you that conversation next here on the Southern Bancorp pregame show.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are in your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Under perfect conditions, your car traveling at 65 miles per hour can stop in about 300 feet. That's the length of a football field.
But a fully loaded tractor trailer, one that weighs 80,000 pounds, will take 2 football fields to stop. And that's if the driver is rested, paying attention, and the truck and load is properly maintained.
If you're in an accident with a big truck, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK.
Get the experienced team that's going to be on your side, by your side.
Welcome back to the Southern Bancorp Badger pregame show. This is Chris Babb. Each week we'll take this time to visit with Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker, and each week this interview is brought to you by Austin Wingfield State Farm. Give them a call at 870-246-2162 or stop by 620 Pine Street on Monday. Thanks to Austin Wingfield State Farm for sponsoring the pregame interview with Coach Shucker. Coach Shucker, third year. 2020 was the year everybody wanted to forget because of COVID, not because of football. But 2022, we kick off the season in Camden, where the Badgers played their first game in 2020. Anytime a new season begins, it brings new excitement, new expectations. Here in a few weeks, it'll bring a new field, new uniforms at some point. So lots of new in 2022. Yeah. I know you guys and your coaches and players are ready to get things going tonight.
We are. We're excited. Our kids are excited. We've had a really good off season all spring and all summer. We've done a really good job of competing all summer at different team camps and 7-on-7s. Our kids are ready for tonight. This is what we've been looking forward to. This is what we've been preparing for. And we're ready to get out there and get after it tonight.
This is a team, 55, 56 players on the team. You lost a big senior class, but you did have underclassmen last year, sophomores and juniors, who got a lot of playing time. But there are also some that are going to have new spots, new roles, and new situations. And I guess during these non-conference games, the 3 non-conference games, is when a lot of those kinks start to be worked out. Your first scrimmage was at Lake Hamilton during the benefit game. It feels like it was forever ago. It was only about 10 days ago, though. But I know that that was a good time for you to be able to go back and watch some film and see places for correction and use those next week and a half to prepare for tonight's game.
Yes, and every season, just like you said, it's a new season. We graduate some really good talent every year, and then all that does is open up some vacancies and allow other players to develop and gives them an opportunity to make their role on the team on the field. And you see that we've got some players out there that have not necessarily been in major roles the past couple years, and they have worked their tail off. They've had great off seasons. They've had great summers. They've competed, and they have earned their way on the field as a starter. And we've got multiple positions like that. And, that's one of the reasons why I'm in coaching, is to try to get kids to be the best they can be and work for it. And you always see those kids that, might not have been on the field as much as a sophomore or as a junior even. And, we've got some seniors out here that have not been on the field much, and but they have earned their opportunity and earned their right to be on the field as a starter, and ready to see those guys get after it tonight.
Let's talk about that senior class. This will be the first class that you will have seen all the way through their high school career. They were sophomores during your first season. I would imagine also part of that enjoyment of being a coach is being able to see the growth. And this is a group that you've seen begin in the, I guess technically you didn't really have a summer in 2020, but you saw them in the fall and have probably seen some tremendous growth on the field and off the field for a lot of these seniors.
Yes, just, overall development, their body types from their sophomore year are completely different from right now. They're so much bigger, and they've grown so much taller and stronger, and they're faster. And then just we talked about this is the third year in the offensive scheme. You're going to see our guys out there. We've got some seniors out there that know what they're doing. They're very football savvy. They play fast. They play physical. They're confident, and you see that out there. They play with the type of swagger that you want and what you expect out of a senior. And it's exciting and it's fun whenever everybody is on the same page. Everybody knows what to expect. The timing is on. And that's just from the experience and the consistency of the offense.
Also talking about consistency in offense from in your program, you also are going to rely on some younger players, those sophomores and juniors who have been in this program now for 3 years. Obviously, those sophomores, their 8th grade year was their first, so junior high, they've been in this system, and that's got to help as well when you have sophomores and some juniors that you have to stick in there as well. It is.
We do have a few sophomores that are going to be on the field in role playing, just offense and defense, but and those, we don't have as many sophomores on the field as we might have had the past year or two. And, I take that as, our dudes have really done a good job in the offseason getting stronger. And, when you have sophomores on the field, you've got to be a really good sophomore to be on the field for us. And we do. We've got some really good sophomores that are on the field and do really good. But we're mostly juniors and seniors, and that's really what you want on a high school team.
As we take a look at your team, 55, 56 on the roster, you look around at other teams around our size at this level 4A or at the bottom of 5A. It's a good roster number. I know a lot of places are saying, man, we got 40 out. We're excited about 40, but it's always good to have larger numbers, and this is a result of having a solid junior high program that has retention. What do you think have been some of the biggest factors in keeping those guys out and keeping them in the program?
I think the biggest thing is building those relationships with the kids. I think having a positive relationship with the kids is something that keeps the kids out in general. I know there's a lot of coaches around the state that do the same thing. Right. It's a lot of the off the field things that, keeping it fun for the kids. It's not always just about football. We do a lot of things. We do a senior retreat. We had a pool party day for the team. We do different things. We had a community service day where we got out in the community and helped, our community out. And I think just keeping that stuff fun and just the development of relationships with your coaches and the players is just creating that fun atmosphere to just grow as a person is the biggest thing of what we do to try to keep the kids out and just make it fun for them. We compete. We do a lot of fun stuff in practice to compete and make it, hey, there's a winner and loser every rep. You're going to win this one or you're going to lose it. And everything's a competition, and the kids like that. Kids like that, there's a purpose behind everything that we do, and I think that's the biggest thing about it and the reason why we've been able to keep the kids out. I know there's a lot of places in the state of Arkansas where, football's not as important, and, numbers are lacking in a lot of areas, and that's not our situation here. Football is still important. It's important to our community, to our kids, to our families, and, you see it. That's why we've got the numbers out that we do.
You mentioned competition, and it's time for the real competition. Game 1 of the 2022 season. We'll talk about tonight's game, a little bit more about the season after this timeout. You're watching Arkadelphia Badger football, the Southern Bancorp Badger pregame show. This interview with Coach Shucker is brought to you by Austin Wingfield State Farm, and we'll be back after this timeout.
Good evening from Camden. Glad to bring you this broadcast tonight. Thank you for hanging with us. If you tuned in for the pregame show, had a few technical difficulties, but the good people here at Camden-Fairview helped us out, and we are back. I want to tell you a little bit about the sun. It is hampering our view from our camera right now, but that's going to be taken care of as the sun comes down a little bit, and you're going to be able to see a little bit better than you're seeing right now. Right now, you're getting a nice shadow of our cameraman, Coleman Callan, who's doing a super job, and he's going to be able to bring you a clear picture very, very soon. This is Jeff Root. Along with me is our returning co-host of the show, the host of the Inside Badger football show that you see every week, and game analysis, veteran from years past. It is Chase Hartzell with me. Our captain of the show is Chris Babb, and Chris has worked very, very hard to make sure that we could get on the air tonight, and we are with you. We are very glad for that and ready to bring you the action tonight. Chase is going to be a whale of a game. This is a very good 5A team, and Fairview and Arkadelphia is highly respected and anxious to play.
That's right, Jeff. And first things first, it's something that Arkadelphia Badger fans have been waiting to hear for 266 days. Badger football is back, and as you mentioned, not much better of a matchup to start out the year. You've got two powerhouses, one from the 4A in the form of Arkadelphia and one from the 5A in the form of Camden-Fairview. These two teams have a little bit of recent history together. The last time they were here in 2020, it was an instant classic. Arkadelphia winning it on a walk-off PAT 21-20. The Badgers this year looking to avenge a loss in last year's regular season opener. Final score in that one, 41-21 in favor of the Cardinals.
Long history between these two teams. One might be 5A now and the other 4A, but at one time and for a long time they were in the same conference. So there's a long history between Arkadelphia and Camden-Fairview, and it will have another chapter tonight as a very good Arkadelphia team will take on a very good Fairview team. Fairview is highly respected after a great year last year.
That's right. Great season to start out the year. First off, in the regular season, just one loss, and that was to the eventual 6A state champions El Dorado. One player that we're going to have our eyes on is Martavius Thomas. He's matching up against Donovan Witten, two quarterbacks who last year both had over 4,000 total yards respectively. Both seniors, both multi-sport athletes, a lot of similarities between the two, and both looking to make a huge impact here in week one.
Oh, it's going to be a whale of a matchup between the two. We're so proud of all of our sponsors. We're going to take a break now. We're getting close to kickoff. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with the kickoff tonight for the 2022 season.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are in your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Austin Wingfield in Arkadelphia today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We are here in Camden, very excited about our sponsors this year. We appreciate this. You are listening to the Southern Bancorp pregame show, a little bit abbreviated tonight because of technical difficulties, but we're so glad that we're with you now and be able to bring the kickoff here very, very soon. By the way, Fairview has won the toss, but they deferred, so Arkadelphia will receive the ball, and we'll see Donovan Witten in the offense on the field momentarily. Our sponsors tonight, we're so proud of Southern Bancorp for sponsoring the pregame show. Taylor King will be the first quarter sponsor. Other sponsors, Nichols, Thompson, and Kneebone, Arkadelphia Tire and Outfitters, Southern Bancorp, of course, R&T Dixon Enterprises, Blake Bell and Blake Bell Investments, Turner, Rogers, Manning, and Plyer, Gary and Rob Rucker, Clark County Farm Bureau, Austin Wingfield State Farm, Southwest Sporting Goods, Welch Funeral Home, Price & Company, Taylor King Law, Dairy Queen, Patterson Federal Credit Union, Peds Plus, and Java Primo, also South Central Connect and Sonic. And we're so glad to add also Print Mania, Bats and Signs, and Southwest Auto Collection. That's a long list of sponsors because there are a lot of folks in Arkadelphia that want to support the Badgers, want to support the Arkadelphia Public Schools, and we are proud to be associated with them. Well, Fairview has come onto the field, and now Arkadelphia has also, so we're just moments away from the kickoff.
It's an exciting time for both teams. Both teams in Hooten's predicted to finish in the top 5 in their respective classifications. Both teams are picked to finish in the top 3 of their respective conferences, and both have high hopes for the regular season as well as the postseason.
Taylor King Law is our first quarter sponsor, about to have the opening kickoff. Welch Funeral Home is our first down sponsor this year, and Farm Bureau is our touchdown sponsor. So we hope to say Welch Funeral Home several times on this first possession by Arkadelphia, capped off by a Farm Bureau touchdown. We'll see if that does happen, as Arkadelphia will get the ball first. Fairview has a large team. They got some 100 players on this Fairview team. That's a sign of health. Fairview has put together a good program.
This is a great program here in Camden. As you mentioned, Jeff, a lot of success over the past few years. Had a good run last year, winning a conference championship and making it to the second round of the playoffs. This is also a team who just a decade ago won the state championship. So a lot of tradition here with this program, and they're looking to put together another great campaign here in 2022.
Arkadelphia very excited to be lined up to returning this kickoff. I know Fairview, who won the toss, wants to have the ball in the second half, but Arkadelphia is not at all disappointed to have the ball first tonight.
And Latonio Hughes is back deep to return for the Badgers. You know he'll be looking to take one back to the house to start out the year. He broke free for some nice returns last year. Never found the end zone, but he was very close.
Kicking off will be Michael Griffith. Good kicker. We'll see if he'll even try to go deep. Let Hughes have the football. He'll be the fastest man on the field for several games this year. Here's the kickoff. It is long, it is deep, it is returnable, and it will return from the 3-yard line up to the 10. Arkadelphia to the 15, 20. This is a good return to the 30, to the 40, and they're going to knock him down as he crosses midfield, but what a nice return. Good setup for the Arkadelphia offense across the 50-yard line.
And Hughes with great field vision that time, saw an opening and got some great blocks as well. And you know, Jeff, early in the season it can be easy to give into some of those holds, but some clean blocking there from the Badgers to start out the year, and an excellent field position near midfield.
There is a flag down on the far side of the field, though, at the 26-yard line, and they're going to say it's holding against Arkadelphia, so it nullifies an awfully good kick return, and they're going to move them back. Illegal block at the 26, so they'll move it back. Arkadelphia is going to have quite a few more yards to cover on its first drive, but first down and 10 for the Badgers at their own 16-yard line. You're seeing some shadows in your picture. It is not your TV. It is the sun in the press box. Cannot open the windows here at Fairview, and so we can't get rid of that glare for a little while yet. The sun's going to go down, and you're going to have a much better picture in just a few minutes. Donovan Witten at quarterback lines up with 5 receivers in the formation. He wants to throw. Now he's going to run to his right side. He's got some room to the 20, 21, 22. He's hard to bring down. Chase, a nice run by the quarterback on first down.
And Witten, when he started out his varsity career, he was actually a linebacker. Last year was his first year at the quarterback position. Started his first game against Camden-Fairview, showing his toughness right there, plowing forward for some good yardage.
Witten will roll to his left and throw and miss his target, so it's incomplete. Third down coming for Arkadelphia. First game, you want to work out some kinks. He and the receiver not quite on the same page that time, but third down and manageable for Arkadelphia. Still well on their own end of the field at the 23. Witten has a running back in the formation this time, and he'll roll to his left again. Now he'll fire the ball deep, and it is bad. That's a big catch. Catch inside Fairview territory. Did he come down with it? I think he did not. They're going to say he did not hold it as he hit the ground. Blocked from our view by the defensive back who came down on top of him and the players on the sideline for Fairview. That was a great catch. He just couldn't quite hold on. So Arkadelphia has a 4th down and 3.
And that time, Witten was rolling to the left, threw across his body, made a great throw. Babb was right there to make the catch, and he made the catch. Just, it was bobbled loose by the impact, hitting the turf.
And now we have movement. Let's see if this is against Arkadelphia or Fairview. Arkadelphia believes they're going to move forward and have a first down. Good decision to run a different snap count. It's going to pay off in a first down for Arkadelphia. Movement by the interior line for Fairview. And Arkadelphia has a first down and 10 at its own 28-yard line. First down and 10 Badgers. Penalty on Fairview
That was number 45, Bakari Johnson, charged with the penalty. Rare mistake there for the senior up front.
They'll look to the sideline and get the play. 4 receivers on the near side of the field, 1 to the far side. Once again, we know your picture is not perfect. It's going to get better when the glass does not have a glare on it from the sun. Pass downfield. There's a catch and a long gainer to the 40, to the 30. This is going to go to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Arkadelphia. Latonio Hughes.
And there was the senior-to-senior connection. Donovan Witten with a 72-yard dot to his fellow senior, Latonio Hughes. Great route there by Hughes. Great throw by Witten. Nothing to complain about anywhere there. Great blocking up front, and Arkadelphia has a score on its first drive of the year.
Brock Curry, the senior, on to kick. Left-footed kicker. Seen some action in earlier years, but the first-string kicker this year. Kick is up, and it is absolutely right down the middle and good. Arkadelphia 7, Fairview 0. 11:09 left. We're in the first quarter. Arkadelphia scores on its first possession, and now Fairview will get the ball when we come back. This is Arkadelphia Badger football.
As a family-owned sporting goods supplier since 1950, Southwest Sporting Goods understands the value of customer service and is committed to providing the best quality customer service and merchandise available. Southwest Sporting Goods is located in Arkadelphia, but also has salesmen that cover the entire state of Arkansas to help ensure that their customers will receive the best customer service and pricing that can be found. Southwest Sporting Goods, located in downtown Arkadelphia, supporting the Badgers since 1950.
We are back in Camden, where it's going to happen like we thought. A very exciting football game tonight. Arkadelphia touchdown on his first possession, a 72-yard touchdown pass from Witten to Latonio Hughes. 11:09 left in the first quarter.
And talk about starting off the year with a bang. Last year, Witten, it took him a little while to settle in as it was just his first start as a varsity quarterback, but he's got some experience now under his belt, and he is off to the races already. Got a great pass to Latonio Hughes to put the Badgers on top.
On 4th down and 3, Arkadelphia got a Welch Funeral Home first down on a penalty, and then a 72-yard Farm Bureau touchdown. Long pass from Witten to Latonio Hughes, the first of what we think are going to be many connections between those two this year. High kickoff, returnable from the 10-yard line. Returned up the middle of the field. Arkadelphia converges quickly. Big gain tackling on the kickoff at the 22-yard line. They'll bring him down.
Great read there off the kickoff. Looked like there may have been a little space, but the hole closed up quickly as the Badgers had great coverage that time. And now Camden-Fairview going to start out well within their own territory.
All right, we're going to dance around in the press box a little bit, Chase, as we look for angles. It's a nice height, but an unusual perch that we have. They're going to mark it, as you said, at the 21-yard line. This is a great quarterback. We're going to see him in action now. Martavius Thomas, maybe even better as a baseball player. He has recruited for college to play Division I baseball, but he's a heck of a high school quarterback. Thomas, smaller in stature than Witten, but also a good passer. Running play on first down. They're only going to get 2, maybe 3 yards on the carry. Good work up the middle. Linebackers and linemen converging for Arkadelphia. In on that tackle, Alex Gatlin. And now lining up for Fairview from its own 24-yard line. 2nd down, 7 yards to go. They'll look to the sideline to get the play. Checking to the sideline. 1 running back in the formation. 3 receivers to the near side. 1 to the far side. For Fairview, they want to throw short. Nobody open. Now he's going to run. Thomas is very dangerous running. A last-moment pass is complete and then dropped. Incomplete at the 30-yard line. Big hit forced the incompletion.
And that time it was just a great overall play for the Arkadelphia defense as they got Thomas out of his rhythm. Great pressure, and then he just rolled out, found a man, but the coverage in the secondary was just good enough to pop the ball loose. Now an early 3rd down here for the Cardinals.
Martavius Thomas, dangerous quarterback. He's a runner as well, almost 900 yards running last year from his quarterback position, and he passed for over 4,000. He's set up for the play on 3rd down. He wants to throw to his left. He'll fire toward the sideline. Did he scoop that or catch it? Let's see what the official says. Incomplete, I believe. Incomplete, as it one-hopped to his receiver. Intended receiver and a dangerous receiver is Jalen Goodwin, I should say, but he had to scoop it, and it's 4th down.
Great series there for the Badgers defense. Able to apply a lot of pressure early up front, and that caused a few mistakes. Now a chance for the Badgers to get the ball back.
They're going to set it for the punt, and their quarterback is not the punter, unlike Arkadelphia. So we expect to punt here on 4th down. Good snap. Here's the kick. It's a line drive shot. It's allowed to bounce, but it won't bounce too far. Pretty good kick, though, but it's a nice field position for the second possession for Arkadelphia. Much better than the starting possession that was turned into an 84-yard drive for a touchdown on the first possession for Arkadelphia.
And Arkadelphia looks to have settled into their rhythm fairly early here in the season, looking to repeat the efforts of that last drive, as you mentioned, Jeff. Distance didn't seem to be too much of a problem.
It is a first game, Chase, and I think I need to tell you, I just drank your water. You might want to be aware of that. Here we go. 1st down and 10. It is a first game, right?
That's all right. We're not in midseason form just yet.
Get you a different brand. 1 yard gain on a run right up the middle for Arkadelphia. All right, now I have 2 bottles of water. This is even better.
And that was Kyle Reed, the sophomore, on the carry for Arkadelphia, getting minimal yardage that time.
And whistles blow as Arkadelphia wants to start the play. Let's see what the officials say. It's a little hard for us to see through these windows as well, because it's just going to be that way until the sun goes down. These are windows that you cannot open. You can't get rid of the glare for us or for the camera, but it will go away when the sun goes down. Good news for the Arkadelphia fans. There are a lot of them here, and they are not looking into the sun.
Looks like the Badgers are going to go with 2 men in the backfield here, 3 wide.
After a 5-yard penalty on 2nd down, back to pass. Whitten under pressure, escapes the pressure. He'll fire the ball downfield. There is Babb, and it's incomplete. Cannot quite get it as he dives for it at the 45-yard line. Good job by Whitten to escape the pressure, but pass and receiver not in the same place.
Exactly, and that time another well-run route by Babb. Hasn't been able to find a connection yet with Donovan Whitten, but if they keep running routes that way, something's sure to give soon.
3rd down, 14 yards to go for Arkadelphia. Whitten back to pass, fires it to the sideline. It's complete, short of the 1st down, but a gain up to the 45-yard line. And it's going to be 4th down and between 5 and 6. Evan Bailey with the catch. Good-looking junior receiver.
And the Badgers moving quickly to the line.
Arkadelphia lines up. They got a penalty for a 1st down on the first possession. They are looking for a pass play here. Could back up and punt it. We'll see what he decides to do. Whitten wants to throw the ball. He'll fire it to the sideline. It's complete once again. Same receiver. Good catch at the 45-yard line. He might have gotten to the 44 before he got out of bounds. Evan Bailey. He's got good size, good receiver.
And that is Braylon Bailey's brother, who is also a great player for the Badgers last year. Great little curl route that time. Gets the first.
2 successive catches by Bailey gives Arkadelphia 1st down, and now flags go down again on the far side. I think somebody jumped a little early. Going to be 5 yards against Arkadelphia. They move it back to midfield. 1st down and 15 for Arkadelphia. 9:02 left. We're in the first quarter tonight. Arkadelphia 7 and Fairview 0. Second possession of the game for Arkadelphia. The Badgers got a 72-yard touchdown pass. Whitten to Hughes on the first possession. Now on 1st and 15 from midfield, Whitten looks to the sideline. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. He wants to throw to his left, and now he's in trouble. Will go to his right, looks downfield and finds a receiver, and it is incomplete as the defender got there just as the receiver went up for the catch.
And Camden-Fairview did an excellent job of applying some pressure that time up front. Got Whitten out of his rhythm a bit, and again he had to roll out there to the side, but Whitten, such a great job, great field vision, was able to find his man downfield. Unfortunately, it was just some great coverage by the Cardinals secondary.
Yeah, that was Hughes. He went up for the ball, but the defender got there just as the ball did, so it was incomplete, and it's 2nd down, 15 yards to go. Fairview trying to put pressure on Whitten, but he's been able to escape it every time so far. In the pocket, now he'll step up, and this time he won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. Tried to move forward, but a good tackle for Fairview on the play was Darrell King, a senior, and that will create 3rd down and long for Arkadelphia.
That time, Arkadelphia going to the play action, and that gave the Cardinals just enough time to apply some pressure, able to break through that offensive line and come up with a sack.
Badgers line up, looking for a nice long gain this time. Kyle Reed in the backfield is a running back next to his quarterback, Donovan Whitten. 2 receivers to the top of your screen, 2 to the lower part of your screen. Whitten dropped it, picks it up, looks downfield, now scrambling. He'll fire the ball to the sideline and incomplete. So 4th down coming, 4th and long for Arkadelphia. 7:52 left. First quarter, Arkadelphia does lead at 7-0, but now facing a 4th down and long.
And near midfield here, we'll see what the Badgers decide to do, as Camden-Fairview has had some great pressure up front. And Whitten standing back a little way, so maybe we'll see the punt here. Looks like that's the call.
The safeties are not in a position to return it, so Arkadelphia will see it bounce inside the 20. It'll bounce inside the 15 and roll dead inside the 10-yard line to the 8. Beautiful kick, beautiful roll, and Arkadelphia will send its defense on in a good position on the field. Badgers playing well so far.
You're absolutely right, Jeff. Arkadelphia's had plenty of momentum early on, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Got stalled just a little bit there, but made some good progress and now pinned the Cardinals back even deeper in their own territory.
We remind you there are some 5A teams that don't play well. This is not one of them. Fairview is highly ranked in 5A, well thought of. Arkadelphia, of course, same thing can be said in 4A. And the Badgers right now lead at 7-0. Martavius Thomas, very good quarterback, in for his second possession tonight. He's got 4 receivers to the top of the screen. He wants to run to the right side, and he's got some room. To the 15, to the 20, goes to the sideline, avoids a tackle, but stepped out of bounds. He stepped out of bounds at the 23. Thomas is quick.
He is indeed, and that was a design run play that time. Set all the other men on the other side of the field almost as a decoy and was able to run around the right side there. The Arkadelphia defense is fast, but give Thomas his due. He was able to get around the edge that time and pick up the first down.
So from the 23, it's 1st down and 10 for Fairview. 1 running back in the formation. 3 receivers top of the screen, 1 to the lower side. Big offensive line for Fairview. A small but very good quarterback in Thomas. He'll throw the ball. It's a completion, and now a run across the middle of the field to the right sideline. Yardage all the way to the 40 and out of bounds. Really well-designed play. Gave him some space to run. He outran a couple of Badgers and made a 1st down.
And that time just a simple screen pass, able to flip the field once he got past the line of scrimmage and found some open space. And it's another Cardinals 1st down. The Camden-Fairview offense here trying to pick up some momentum early.
Quick delivery of the football from Thomas. Thomas hands it off. Running back this time has a little bit of room, but Arkadelphia converged quickly, Chase, and they'll bring him down with a short gain. He got maybe 3.
And that time a more traditional run play.
Ball just across the 45-yard line. Fairview on its own side of the field, but driving from its own 8-yard line. Second possession of the game for Fairview. Arkadelphia leads at 7-0. Thomas talks to his running back. They get on the same page. Now he sends a man in motion. He will hand it to him. Around the end, there's a little bit of room. Arkadelphia will make the tackle. It's not a 1st down, but it's close. 3rd down and short coming.
And that time, Camden-Fairview again trying to get out to the outside. Really the only weakness we've seen from Arkadelphia's defense is to the outside. They've been staunch up front. That time, the Cardinals try to get around the edge. They got a little bit of yardage, but now they're going to be forced to try and convert here on 3rd down.
I think oftentimes you expect Thomas to keep the ball and try to make yardage, but that time he handed off and they found some room. 3rd down, they need a yard. Look to the sideline to get the play. 2 receivers top of the screen, 2 to the bottom of the screen. Running back in the game is a good one, but not as good as Thomas. He's their best player offensively, running and passing. And flags go down. Flags go down at the snap. And it is going to be a penalty, 5-yarder against Fairview. So that 3rd and 1 just became 3rd and 6.
And a potentially costly mistake there for the Cardinals as they were just 1 yard away from moving the chains. Now going to have to get a little bit more here on 3rd down. We'll see what the Cardinals draw up.
It is not a foggy night, I promise. It's just the sun in the glass in front of the camera, so you're not getting a clear picture yet, but that is going to get better. The sun is dropping, and you're going to see a very, very nice picture very soon. Until then, we'll try to make sure that we can see it well enough to tell you what the action looks like. Here's a pass into the flat, a run after the catch. Ooh, a nice run down the sideline, but a flag goes down. I think that's going to be a blocking penalty. The run is all the way down to the 28, but it's coming back. Flag down. Back at the Fairview 46-yard line. Illegal block, I believe. Yeah, it's coming back. The official has motioned, bring the ball back. It's going to turn into 3rd and long. This was 3rd and 1 moments ago. Now it's going to be 3rd and long.
And that time the Cardinals went to the pass in the flats, and Arkadelphia read it pretty well, had to resort to a little bit of a sloppy block there that resulted in a penalty. We're going to see where they back it up to, but
you know, honestly, it would not have been a long run without the penalty because they sealed off the edge with an illegal block. And so Arkadelphia thankfully had the officials see that, and it's going to be marked off against Fairview. They've still got 3rd down, but now they're going to mark it at the 37-yard line. 37-yard line. Badgers line up defensively. Thomas might just fire the ball downfield this time.
He's the lone man in the backfield, 5 wide.
And 4 on the left side. They might let him run back to the right side. They've tried that once before. No, he wants to pass. He's in some trouble, but he's a good runner. He's going to make it down the sideline to the 40, 45, 50-yard line. Makes a nice cut, and he's got a first down to the 40 to the 38-yard line. That's a good run by Thomas, and he's got a first down. That's why he's dangerous. You think you have defended everything well. You cut off the pass. He takes off and runs.
Excellent field vision there from the senior and some fancy footwork along the way as well. We talked about his baseball skills as well, Jeff, and nice little baseball slide there at the end to prevent any injury and to hold on to that football, but not before he had a first down.
Yeah, he's a multi-sport star. Great football player, but probably headed to the baseball diamond for college. Here's a pitch and a good run after the catch to the 30, to the 25, following his blockers, then hitting the sideline for a nice run and another first down is Aaron Alsobrook. He starred last year and now as a senior really figures to play a big part on this team.
And again, the Cardinals trying to get around the edge on the right side, and again, it works for them as they're able to pick up another first down into the red zone now for the first time this evening.
Ball at the Arkadelphia 17-yard line for Thomas and his Cardinals, trailing Arkadelphia 7-0. Badgers lined up defensively. Looking to the sideline, the Cardinals in no hurry here. We're under 4:40 to play in the first quarter. They'll hand it off, run off tackle, not much there at all. Well defended by Arkadelphia, multiple defenders in on the tackle. They bring him down at the 15.
And it looks like the senior Alex Gatlin, as well as the sophomore Nykeeson Wimberly, were in on that tackle. Great job there protecting up front, able to penetrate the offensive line.
Wimberly, of course, played as a freshman in the playoffs last year, now starting as a sophomore. It'll be quite a force on that interior defensive line for Arkadelphia this year. That was a gain of 2, 2nd and 8 yards to go. Thomas alone in the backfield this time. Looks over the defense, now looks to the sideline for the play. No hurry here, we're still in the first quarter. Fairview looks to chip in on a long drive after Arkadelphia scored on a long drive. Here's a run to the left. He's got speed. He'll get by one defender and then fall. He's upset that he fell. He was hit and maybe slipped a little bit. It's close to a first down. We'll see where they spot it.
Still a solid run there for Thomas, as that will make it 1st and goal.
Yeah, he's a yard short. They spotted him a little shorter than I expected. I guess the knee went down, then he slid for a yard or two. So they still show first down in the box, but it's 2nd and 1. It's 2nd and 1. Now they change it. I'm sorry, 3rd down. They changed it from 1st to 3rd. Okay, we're all on the same page now. 3rd down, a yard to go. Thomas at quarterback, talks to his offensive line and backs up to take the snap. Thomas will throw into the flat. It's complete to Alsobrook. He is hit. He didn't get much at all. This just depends on the spot. That's not much of a gain at all. They pushed him back to the 11 by the time he went down.
And that was Marvion Berry, the senior, getting to him first. He read that play like a book right from the snap. Was able to get to the ball carrier quickly. And it'll be a TFL for the senior, now 4th down for the Cardinals.
Spotted the ball at the 10. Beautiful defensive play on the quick pass out to Alsobrook. From the 10, they got to get all the way up to the 7. 4th and 3, kind of a long 3. Thomas at quarterback. Might throw the ball. Wouldn't be surprising if he decided to run, even though it's an empty backfield with a lot of receivers set up, including a tight end. Thomas looks to the sideline. Now he wants to talk about it. He wants to talk about it, and they will. Timeout is called. We're going to take a break. 2:07 left, first quarter. Arkadelphia 7, Fairview 0. Fairview facing an important 4th down when we come back after this.
As a family-owned sporting goods supplier since 1950, Southwest Sporting Goods understands the value of customer service and is committed to providing the best quality customer service and merchandise available. Southwest Sporting Goods is located in Arkadelphia, but also has salesmen that cover the entire state of Arkansas to help ensure that their customers will receive the best customer service and pricing that can be found. Southwest Sporting Goods, located in downtown Arkadelphia, supporting the Badgers since 1950.
Doctors Gary and Rob Rucker are proud sponsors of this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Dr. Gary and Rob Rucker supporting the Badgers since 1996.
Very much appreciate all of our sponsors. I appreciate Chris Babb for getting us on the air tonight. Some help also from the technical crew here in the press box from Camden-Fairview. And we're bringing you the action, and the picture is not perfect yet, but we're getting better because the sun is seeking into the trees now. We're going to have a better picture when the sun goes down. Lots of shadows right now. On 4th down and 3, Thomas wants to run. He finds a hole. He's to the 5. He's got a touchdown. They planned it to go up the middle. They got the blocks they needed. He found a hole and then got the touchdown. An extra point could tie this up.
The play went according to plan perfectly there for Camden-Fairview. They were trying to draw some separation up the middle, open up that hole, and they got just that. Thomas was able to slip through, and it's an easy 6 points here for the Cardinals. Great play call there by Camden-Fairview. Now they got a chance for the equalizer here on the PAT.
Kick is up, looks good, and is good. This game is tied. Arkadelphia 7, Fairview 7, 2:02 left in the first quarter. A very, very active first quarter, a lot of fun. It's going to be even better when the sun goes down. We're going to like that even more. It's going to be a cool night eventually, pretty hot right now. We'll be back with more action after this.
Everyone's known for something. Ours is simple. At the Southwest Auto Collection and iDriveSWA.com, you get the absolute lowest price on America's best brands: Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, GMC, Buick, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. And we deliver anywhere in the state, plus tires for life. It really is that simple. Visit us today, the Southwest Auto Collection, I-30 exit 78 in Arkadelphia, or online at iDriveSWA.com.
Get real attention on your auto insurance. Get real auto, home, and life insurance. Get Farm Bureau Insurance.
Call Clark County Farm Bureau today at 870-246-4554.
7-yard line. So what a break this is, as you said, Chase. Not only the interception, the return, but now a 15-yard penalty, and Fairview has a short field to try to take the lead.
And again, the Cardinals running out of the shotgun. Thomas and one running back.
Pass play. He's looking downfield, looking deep. He'll throw deep, looking for the end zone. It's incomplete. He threw it well beyond his receiver and the two defenders running with him in the end zone.
That was also Brooke, the senior, the intended receiver that time. Ran a pretty good route, but that ball just sailed a little bit on Thomas. Unable to come up with it. Some solid coverage there near the goal line. And it's going to be 2nd and 10 now for Camden-Fairview.
Yeah, Thomas has quite a good arm and fired it out almost to the back of the end zone from about the 36-yard line on the run. Thomas at 2nd down and 10 now, lines his team up. More blockers in this time. It kind of looks like a running formation, but let's see if that's what it is indeed. Only 2 split receivers. They're both to the bottom of your screen. Running play. He'll go to his left and find some room. Breaks the tackle. 1st down yardage inside the 18 to the 17-yard line, and a flag goes down as well. Let's see if that's a blocking call. The flag's down at the 24. Waiting for the official's call. I think it's coming back. That would be a huge help. That would have been a 1st down at about the 16 or 17. Going to be a holding call coming back. That's going to help Arkadelphia. We're down to 1:18 left in the 1st quarter. The Taylor King Law 1st quarter. Arkadelphia trying to hold on to this tie game at 7-7. Thomas at quarterback, one of the best in the state, lines up with 4 receivers to the right side, 1 to the top of the screen left side. Long snap count on 2nd and long. Lots of pressure. They'll throw it short, and I thought it bounced, and they did. They did blow the whistle. Yeah, they didn't blow it very loudly because some of the players continued, but they did blow the whistle, and I thought I saw him catching the short hop. Not officially is the call now.
And they made the call pretty quickly there. You saw the official here on the closest side running in to make the indication, but there was still a little bit of confusion as the receiver was still making progress. The intended receiver that time was Trent Haygood.
And it's 3rd down and long. Ball spotted at the 33-yard line. They got to go to between the 17 and 18-yard line, closer to the 18 for a 1st down. Thomas alone in the backfield now. Alone in the backfield. He's got a slot back behind his right tackle. 3 receivers to the lower part of your screen to his right. He looks to his right. Wants to throw deep, but he's hit hard and brought down. What a big hit that was. What a nice hit, and he was down. He popped back up, but a knee touched.
That was number.
No flag is down. Let's see. And they seem to be signaling there's a delay of game because Fairview continued the play when the whistle had blown. Confusing for Arkadelphia. Do you chase the young man or not? And it's going to be 4th down and a penalty, I believe. Let's see if they mark that as a dead ball foul after the play. I suppose they would. So it should be 4th down. Box still says 3rd, but it should be 4th down. The box still says 3rd, but it should be 4th because his knee was down before a penalty. Now they changed the box. It is 4th down. The ball is spotted at the 45-yard line.
Really quick before the action resumes. What a great play there by Caden Brown. Able to get around the edge that time. It was a blindside tackle. Thomas didn't see him coming, and he was able to rush around, wrap him up for the loss. And now with the penalty, a long ways to go for the Cardinals, and they're set up to punt this ball away.
4th and 27. They are set up for a punt. I'm surprised that Thomas held onto the ball with that hit. Here's the punt. It is away. It's going to be allowed to bounce inside the 30, inside the 20 now, down to the Arkadelphia 16. Arkadelphia will have the ball 84 yards away, but Arkadelphia has an 84-yard drive for a touchdown tonight on their opening possession. We're going to see what they can do with the last 50 seconds of the first quarter chase, and then we'll be into the second quarter of action, and the sun is beginning to get low enough that that picture is looking better and better. Thank you, Coleman Callan, for hanging in there. Once again, the windows, we've got a nice height from this press box, but the windows don't open, couldn't get away from the glare for our cameras. All right, from the 16-yard line, Arkadelphia lines up, trips to the right side. Whitten rolls to the right. He's under pressure. He'll throw the ball, and it is incomplete. Babb diving for it, couldn't quite get there. I think Whitten wanted to throw it as close to Babb as he could, but mainly wanted to avoid loss inside the 5. Good pressure from Fairview. That has been characteristic of Fairview tonight. They've been trying very hard to put pressure on Whitten.
It has, but give Whitten credit for being able to resist that pressure and being able to get the ball away that time. Was able to find a man, tried to make the play, just couldn't quite connect that time.
Second down, 10 yards to go, Arkadelphia at its own 16-yard line. Whitten looks to the sideline. 45 seconds left in the quarter. Whitten wants to throw. Now he's going to run. A little bit of room. He's to the 20, breaks the tackle. Flags go down as he makes it up to the 17-yard line. In a spot where it might be a blocking penalty, might be a hold. We'll see. A couple of players slow in getting up, including the young man who made the tackle, that being Darrell King. But he's up and all right. They're going to mark that off against the Badgers. There's a pickup of 4, but it's going to go backwards because of the holding call. They're going to spot the ball instead at the 10. From the 10-yard line, Arkadelphia has second down over again, but they've got some lost yardage to make up for. Whitten has a running back in the formation this time. They're going to hand it to him. He's hit in the backfield, will make it back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Fairview with some good defensive line work, and that's not too surprising. Fairview has a history of having some awfully good defensive linemen.
And this year is no different. Defensive line for the Cardinals already explosive here this evening, and the O-line for Arkadelphia doing its best to slow them down.
It's third down. Whitten wants to pass. Now he's going to run. He's going to get some yardage up to the 15 to the 20. He'll go out of bounds before he hits to the 25, so he's short of a first down. Fourth down coming up in the second quarter. We have just ended the first quarter of play. It's Arkadelphia 7, Camden-Fairview 7, and we'll be back with second quarter action after this.
Locally owned and operated, Java Primo is the official coffee house of ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. In addition to coffee, drinks, and desserts, we also have wonderful options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Shop our gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com or visit us on Main Street in historic downtown Arkadelphia. Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more says, Go Badgers!
Turner, Rogers, Manning & Plyler CPA is a longtime supporter of the Arkadelphia Public School District. Turner, Rogers, Manning & Plyler has established a reputation for providing clients with outstanding services that include auditing, accounting, and tax and business consulting. Contact Turner, Rogers, Manning & Plyler today at 870-246-4563 or by visiting them at 305 Professional Park Drive in Arkadelphia. Turner, Rogers, Manning & Plyler says, Go Badgers!
Second quarter action coming your way. Turner, Rogers, Manning, and Plyler are sponsors for the second quarter. This is Jeff Root. Along with me is Chase Hartzell. If you notice, our picture is beginning to improve. That's because the sun is going down and we've got less glare that we have to deal with. Chris Babb is a technical wizard and has the ability to make the sun go down. So it is fourth down, I should say. Fourth down for Arkadelphia. They need another 3 yards. Arkadelphia is lined up in a position where we might see a punt. Suddenly I can see the field more clearly. This is wonderful all of a sudden. Here is Whitten. His kick is high, end over end. It will not take an Arkadelphia bounce, though, and it's going to be down by Babb at the 49 of the Badgers. Very high, but it just didn't take that Arkadelphia roll, and so Fairview has good field position to get started.
Not the punt that Whitten was hoping for right there. It looked like he hooked it just a bit, but a heads-up play there by Babb preventing the ball from bouncing back even further. Right now, the Cardinals at the edge of enemy territory.
From the 49-yard line of Arkadelphia, Fairview sets up. Martavius Thomas is the quarterback. He's done some damage with his legs. Good runner. Passing has not been quite as effective tonight. Arkadelphia has done a nice job defensively, holding a very good Fairview team to 7 points in the first quarter. Here we are in the second quarter. Thomas wants to hand off, and he will. There's some yardage, though, up to the 40. Breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. Inside the 30 to the 20-yard line and out of bounds. Good, powerful run by Kenneth Lanford, only a 10th grader.
And heading into the year, there were a lot of question marks at the running back position for the Cardinals. Kenneth Lanford was one of the leading candidates, and he's proving why right there. Was able to power through and found some space. Made a great play for the Cardinals, and now Camden-Fairview in the red zone once again.
Fairview on its last possession got close and then was turned away. We'll see if the Badgers can do it again. Arkadelphia scored on its first possession. They have not been able to score again against this Fairview defense, but it's tied 7-7 early in the second quarter. Thomas takes his time, looks over the defense. Alone in the backfield, he wants to run. Up the middle, makes a nice cut. He'll make another cut, but he's brought down. Nice open field tackle down at the 12-yard line.
That was Lamont Jones making the play there for the Badgers. On the play design, it was 4 men wide, 3 to the right, a little bit of a decoy as Thomas was running to the left, but a good read and a minimal gain there for the Cardinals, now 2nd and 4.
Yeah, picked up 6, so 2nd down and 4. Staying in the game is Lanford. He is only a sophomore, but he looks like an outstanding running back, and the senior quarterback Thomas lines up next to him. Tight ends in the game. It's a running formation, and they're going to run. This is Lanford again. He's hit earlier this time, and he'll go down with a very short gain, short of the first down. I do not believe he made it. They're going to mark it just across the 10. He's got to get to the 8 for a first down. So 3rd down and a long 1.
And the Cardinals favoring that shotgun position with Lanford early on here, though we're going to see a quick substitution as Trent Haygood enters the contest once again. Similar draw play to what we saw earlier, but a better read there by the Badgers defense and just a couple yards gained on that one.
Same running formation for Fairview on 3rd down and a long 1. Now they're going to send their running back out to the left as a receiver. Thomas is ready. He will run. He's got some yardage, a bit of a push, but a flag goes down. So let's see what that's going to be. Is it perhaps another offensive penalty against Fairview? They've had plenty. And another one right now would be very helpful because I think he might have been able to fall for the first down. They're going to mark the ball just right around where he would need for a first down, but I think they might be bringing it back anyway. Ooh, no. Going to be a call against Arkadelphia instead. It's declined. Now he's marked it. He's signaled in both directions. So let's see what they're going to do. The officials look like they're going to mark it off against Fairview. Maybe he just pointed the wrong direction the first time. Yeah, I think he did. Well, first game for the officials too. That's okay. They're going to mark it at the 14-yard line. So he needs about 6. 3rd down. 3rd down, 6 after the penalty on Fairview. We thought it was a Fairview penalty. He didn't signal it that way at first, and then he changed his mind. Just got a little mixed up, I guess.
5 wide here for the Cardinals. We'll see if it's another decoy with 4 to the top of your screen.
In this formation, Thomas has run to the opposite side at times. We'll see if he'll do it this time. He will, and they'll seal off the side, and he's got a nice run to the 5 and into the end zone. Beautiful job of sealing off the left side after they lined up 4 receivers to the right. He had an open lane to the end zone.
Textbook play there for the Cardinals. Thomas able to use that decoy, the 4 men to the right side, and there was nothing but green grass ahead of him. And he's got so much speed, he's able to just dart through the opening so quickly. And Camden-Fairview has its first lead of the 2022 season, trying to make it a 7-point lead here with the PAT.
Nasser Khan is on for the extra point. His kick is up, and he was hit, and a flag goes down, but I think he made the kick anyway. The kick is good, but Khan was hit after he kicked it. Just a miscalculation on trying to get in position to block that kick, and it results in a penalty on Arkadelphia. They're going to mark that off on the kickoff. We'll keep it right here, Chase, and talk about the fact that the Cardinals have their first lead tonight over the Badgers at 14-7. You want Arkadelphia to bounce back with a counterpunch here, but they're going to have to do it after a penalty.
And that's a little bit of a setback to start off this drive, but as we mentioned earlier tonight, Arkadelphia has done better with some poorer field positions. They started out on their own 16 first drive of the game and was able to drive 84 yards, including a 72-yard touchdown pass that we mentioned a few times on the broadcast. But give credit to this defense here. Camden-Fairview, we've talked about it all night long. This is a front line that loves to put pressure on the quarterback. They've had their way for most of the contest up to this point. Looking to do the same here in Arkadelphia. Looking to try and slow down that momentum that this defense has.
Sonic is one of our sponsors tonight. We're very excited about that. And, man, can I use a cool drink right now? I'll tell you what, Sonic is a place to go get that. Sonic in Arkadelphia, a place that you grew up with, that I grew up with. If you didn't grow up in Arkadelphia, you probably still grew up near a Sonic somewhere. But come to the one in Arkadelphia. We're so excited to have them as a sponsor this year. Kahn is all right after that hit. He'll stay in and kick off. He's going to kick off from the Arkadelphia 45. He's got the leg to put it in the end zone, but he's also tried those high short kickoffs before, so let's see what he'll do. It is a long kickoff. It is going to be deep, and it is going to be to the end line, and Arkadelphia will have a first down and 10. They didn't elect to go high and short and look for the turnover. He just simply kicked it deep, and Arkadelphia had no chance to return it. Cannot return a kickoff out of the end zone in high school football. Not that it's a good idea anywhere, but you just can't do it in high school football. From the 20-yard line, first down and 10 for Arkadelphia.
Badgers offense looking to bounce back here. Got a little bit of momentum at the end of that last drive. Strong run from Donovan Witten. Unfortunately, it was just a bit too long on that third down play. He fell a few yards short. But we'll see what the Badgers can do here.
On first down, handoff. This is Buckley. He's got some room. Nice run by Buckley. 8-9 yards on first down. Badgers looking good on the first play from scrimmage. The defensive lineman came in looking for the quarterback, and Buckley went right around him for a nice run. He'll stay in the game. And Witten lines up once again at quarterback. Behind him is Buckley, the running back. On 2nd and 1, another running play. Buckley looking for a hole, will not find one. He'll spin, and he's close to a first down. Let's just see where they spotted this. Good run by Buckley. After the spin move, he fell, and I think he's got it. What a nice move by Buckley. He was hit 2 yards shy, made a nice spin move, and fell with the ball touching the 30-yard line. That's good enough for a first down.
And we knew that Buckley was going to make an impact this season after getting some playing time and later in the games last year. Made a great play there, showing off some experience.
Witten wants to pass. He's got a complete pass up to the 38 to the 40. That's another Welch Funeral Home first down.
Purifoy running a great route that time, was wide open as he curled back towards the ball, able to push back forward for a couple more yards. And as you mentioned, Jeff, it's another Welch Funeral Home first down.
Yeah,
momentum
Arkadelphia
rolling here.
Arkadelphia, you're right. Really fighting back right now. They're going to blitz the quarterback. He'll roll to his right, though. He looks downfield. He'll throw short. He'll miss. Well, he got it to Bailey, but Bailey couldn't pull it in before he got hit at the 50-yard line. Witten having to throw on the run and running quickly that time to get away from the defenders, but Bailey was open. Almost a nice connection. 2nd down and 10 instead.
And on that last play, the Cardinals sent the house, trying to rile that momentum for the Badgers, and may have done so temporarily, but still 2nd and 10 here for the Badgers. Good field position after a couple of first downs on the previous two plays.
Arkadelphia lines up, 5 receivers, no running backs in the game. Witten alone in the backfield. He can run, certainly, but they want to throw the ball with this formation. Here comes Fairview. Short pass, nice screen, and that's going to be a gain up to the 40, to the 35, to the 30. Inside the 25-yard line, big gainer.
That's the senior Carter Babb making the play. It was a little bit of a screen pass there in the flats. Was able to make a few good moves there on the left side and extend the play by several yards. And now the Badgers knocking on the door of the red zone.
Yeah, that's quite a run after the catch. Designed to be a run after the catch in that shuttle screen, and it worked beautifully. Witten wants to pass. Looking downfield, he'll fire the ball to the right side. That's complete to Bailey to the 15-yard line. And Mr. Bailey's coming up strong in this football game.
And the Badgers that time moving quickly as they are right now, trying to keep that defense on their heels. 5 wide that time. Bailey was open on the near side.
Timeout has been called by Arkadelphia. 8:16 left in the second quarter. It is Fairview 14 and Arkadelphia 7. We'll be back after this.
Locally owned and operated, Welch Funeral Home has been serving the Arkadelphia community since 2005. Our goal at Welch Funeral Home is to offer every family that will allow us to serve them the most caring, dignified, professional service at the most affordable price. With over 40 years of experience in the funeral home industry, owner Tim Welch and Welch Funeral Home have also been longtime supporters of the Arkadelphia Badgers and Lady Badgers. Contact Welch Funeral Home at 870-230-1400 or visit them at 202 South 4th Street near downtown Arkadelphia.
Arkadelphia to the line of scrimmage now. First down and 10. That is a Welch Funeral Home first down. The Badgers line up in the red zone looking for a touchdown to tie this game up. Going to be a keeper by Witten up the middle to the 10, to the 5. Witten dances. He falls. He's in. Touchdown Arkadelphia.
And what a beautiful option keeper there from Witten. Had the defense fooled, had me fooled up here for just a second, as that was a great fake. Was able to use the momentary lapse there to run right up the middle, and there was a little bit of defensive pressure closing in there towards the goal line, but Witten using that power to get in for the 6.
Farm Bureau touchdown, and Arkadelphia needs an extra point to tie it up. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Brock Curry makes it. We're tied at 14 with 8:10 left here in the second quarter. The second quarter brought to you by Turner's, Rogers, Manning, and Plyer. Be back after this.
While you may not be a pediatric surgeon volunteering your topiary talents at a children's hospital, your life is just as unique. Your Raymond James financial advisor gets to know you, your passions, and the way you give back, so you can live your life. That's life well planned.
R&T Dixon's Exxon stores are proud to support this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Locally owned and operated by Randy and Tanya Dixon, we welcome you to visit one of our locations in Arkadelphia or Caddo Valley at each I-30 exit. We're also excited to open a bigger and better Tiger Mart at 10th and Pine in Arkadelphia next spring. R&T Dixon's Exxon stores say, "Go Badgers!"
Arkadelphia Tire and Outfitters is locally owned and operated by James and Tara Rollins, who were both raised here and continue to be active in our community. Arkadelphia Tire and Outfitters offers a variety of services from engine and transmission replacements to brakes, front end alignments, tire repair and replacement, and engine diagnosis on most makes and models. Stop by Arkadelphia Tire and Outfitters at 1802 Pine Street or give them a call today at 870-210-5269. Supporting Arkadelphia for years, Arkadelphia Tire and Outfitters says, "Go Badgers!"
Fairview called for a penalty on the extra point, so Arkadelphia will kick off from the 45-yard line of Fairview. Brock Curry set for the kick. So the decision is here. Do we onside kick? Do we kick it higher? Do we kick it into the end zone? We'll see what he'll do. He's going to onside kick. Ball is bouncing high. Arkadelphia going for it, and Arkadelphia has it. The officials waiting for the call, but I think this is Arkadelphia football. They're well inside the 35-yard line, so that ball went more than 10 yards. Fairview never went after the ball, Chase.
And Arkadelphia capitalizes on the opportunity. That's another case of where Arkadelphia was capitalizing on a momentary lapse. And Evan Bailey, he's made some great plays on offense. This time rushes right to the ball, leaps up, and brings it down. And now Arkadelphia, again, knocking on the door of the red zone, deep in Cardinal territory, right outside that 30-yard line.
Why not onside kick from that position on the field? And that was a beautiful kick from Curry. High bounce. Bailey's got some height. He went up and got it. Arkadelphia offensively with the possession, 31-yard line of Fairview, a chance to take the lead in a 14-14 game. Witten wants to throw, looking downfield. He's going to throw. It's complete to the 15, to the 10, in the end zone. That's a touchdown, Arkadelphia.
Second house call of the night for Latonio Hughes, and you see the little celebration there with Donovan Witten. Second time those two have connected tonight. Third touchdown of the evening for Donovan Witten, and that one was a beauty. Able to get open there to the far right side, and it was a foot race, and Latonio Hughes is not going to lose many of those.
Wide open. How do you leave Latonio Hughes wide open? And then he just out-sprinted the defenders to the corner of the end zone. Curry ready for the extra point. His kick is beautiful. Up, and it is good. Arkadelphia leads it 21-14 with 2 quick touchdowns here to begin the second quarter.
I think we're going to take a quick break here, but what a great drive there for the Badgers. We'll be back in just a few moments.
You belong at Patterson Federal Credit Union. No matter your financial needs, Patterson has products to help. We offer all types of accounts, savings, Christmas club, and a variety of checking accounts, including one specially tailored to teenagers. Certificates and IRAs are also available. If you're in need of a loan, we can help you with auto, recreation, personal, and home loans. Patterson Credit Union has several strategies to help build or repair credit, including our own credit card program, credit builder loans, and financial counseling. We're proud to have served Clark County for 65 years and look forward to many more years to come. Join us soon. You belong here.
Arkadelphia is set to kick off. I tell you what, Chase, Fairview has to just wonder what in the world's happened the last few minutes. So we're just about to end the first quarter. They've got a 7-point lead. Now we're at 14-21 in the second quarter. And it's a 7-point lead for the Arkadelphia Badgers.
And I just got an update from our statistician expert, Jim Rothwell, 18 seconds between those two scores. The points coming fast and often right now for Arkadelphia, and trying to keep the momentum rolling here. This is now 14-0 run.
Brock Curry is going to line up at a right hash mark now instead of the left. Arkadelphia is set for the kick. The officials are saying, no, not quite now. There's a timeout. Arkadelphia wants to talk about this. I don't know if we need to break here because it looks like a very short timeout, but the coach is coming on the field to give some instruction, and now they're going to get set. And it's going to be a kickoff from the 35-yard line now. Kickoff from the 35-yard line, and Brock Curry will meet with his team, and they'll get lined up again. 7:58 left. And it is Arkadelphia ahead in the game, 21-14. I misspoke on the clock a few moments ago. I was looking at the 14-21 on the scoreboard that we see down there. Arkadelphia leading. So we're a little farther into the second quarter than I'd said at 7:58 left. Now Arkadelphia sets up again at the 40-yard line from the right hash mark. Brock Curry's done a great job of kicking, including that onside kick moments ago. Badgers are set and ready. And he's going to put a foot into it. Line drive kick. It'll go past the return men, and they're going to let it roll into the end zone. Well, that ball almost didn't roll into the end zone. Another good kick by Curry.
And Curry that time, as you mentioned, Jeff, just a great kick. He's stepping in for Spencer Allen this year. Booted that one well on a line drive. And again, it almost didn't get into the end zone that time. It just took a bounce. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line for the Cardinals. Camden-Fairview looking to bounce back. They've lost a lot of momentum following those 2 touchdowns from Arkadelphia.
Martavius Thomas, the quarterback, had the lead the last time he was on the field. Now he's down by 7. He'll take the snap and hand it off. Running play and another good run by the sophomore, Lanford. Gee whiz, he's over the 30-yard line to the 31.
And you can tell that the Badgers are a little more cautious of Thomas there in the shotgun. That gave Lanford enough time there to get around the edge and get some good yardage, pick up the first down. It's going to be a gain of 12, all said.
Substitution in for Arkadelphia on the interior line. They're going to snap it and run it again. And a fumble this time. That ball is loose. And I think Arkadelphia has it. Let's see. Yeah, Arkadelphia has the football. A fumble as he went into the line of scrimmage, and the Badgers have it right back. Another nice break. Another flag goes down at the 41-yard line, so we'll have to see what that's all about.
And it looked like that came at the end of the play, so it may have been on the celebration after the fumble recovery.
Now they're going to pick up the flag. Is that a penalty or not? Maybe it is a warning instead. I'm not seeing a mark off yet. Conversation, though, between the official who threw the flag and the Arkadelphia coaches, so that might be a warning. Yeah, it's going to be a sideline warning. Are they going to call it? Oh, okay, it is going to be against Arkadelphia, so now they do mark it off. They do mark it off to the 45-yard line of Arkadelphia. Interesting, I didn't see any altercation between Badgers and Cardinals that time, but something happened that created that penalty against Arkadelphia. Moves it back to the Badger 45-yard line. So Arkadelphia lines up. 7-point lead and the football. Witten at quarterback. Will hand it off. Here's Buckley. Ooh, nowhere to go this time. He's hit hard. He fights to get back to the line of scrimmage, and if they give him a good spot, he got there. 2nd and 10.
That was the senior number 88, Cameron Eastham, making the play for the Cardinals. He was able to get off his blocks quickly that time and wrap up Buckley in the backfield.
Witten, under some pressure, rolls to his left, looking downfield. He is under pressure and will throw it. I think that might be complete. Did he get a toe down? I think he did. That is a catch at the 45-yard line by Trip Campbell. 45-yard line of Fairview, right on the sideline. Beautiful pass and catch.
Unbelievable play there by both Witten and Campbell. And that's going to be good enough for a Welch Funeral Home first down.
That's fantastic. A great play by Witten, who was on his run all the time, just about to be hit, and got the ball down the sideline. Good catch by Campbell. Running play, once again, a lot of traffic, but Buckley will spin forward and make a yard or two.
And we knew that Buckley was going to see some playing time. We saw him in the scrimmage last week after getting some experience last year in playing time, and it served the Badgers pretty well here. Got some fresh legs, and what's sure to be a physical contest here.
Receivers at the bottom of the screen are Babb, Hughes, and Bailey. Buckley's in the backfield, and a flag goes down.
I think that's going to be a false start against the Badgers. That looks to be the indication from up here.
Yeah, both teams have had some of those first game of the season issues at the line of scrimmage. We've seen some of that from both teams, Chase, and you expect some of that in the first game.
You're right. Even these two teams amongst the best in their respective classifications, usually making some mistakes here early in the season. That's what these games are for, trying to iron those out prior to the conference schedule.
Witten on 2nd and 14 throws it. Campbell hit but gets yardage anyway. Good run after the catch across the original line of scrimmage to the 41-yard line. They might mark it between the 41 and 42. We'll put it down. We'll say the 41-yard line. That's a good run after the catch. He was hit immediately but stayed on his feet. Arkadelphia has trips to the left side, short side of the field at the top of your screen. And there's a late snap movement. They're going to back them up by 5 again. They'll put it back to the 46.
And there were 3 Badgers clustered tight together there on the far side. Looked like 1 or 2 of them got a bit too antsy that time. And now it'll be 3rd and long for Arkadelphia.
Yep, Badgers need 11 yards. Fairview in this situation will often just go after the quarterback. They're showing 4 linemen, but a linebacker might be rushing also. Long snap count now. Witten will look to the sideline. Buckley is his running back. 2 receivers top of the screen, 2 to the bottom of the screen. Witten looking downfield. He's got some time. He throws it deep downfield. Incomplete. Missed Trip Campbell on the sideline at the 30-yard line. Just let it sail a little bit high, and it's 4th down.
And there may be a bit of a sigh of relief for Arkadelphia as that one flew a little bit higher than intended, almost right into the hands of the Camden-Fairview defender. It is going to be an incompletion. So we're going to see what Arkadelphia does here, 4th and long, though on Camden-Fairview's side of the field.
Yeah, very interesting call because Witten could quick kick or he may throw the ball on 4th and 11. Going to back up a little bit. Will he kick it? Will he throw it? Fairview doesn't know and we don't either. It looks like he's going to throw. He'll step up. He's definitely going to go for it. Witten will fire it downfield. Looking downfield, he'll throw it incomplete. Incomplete. Defense will come out now. So good job by Fairview to stop Arkadelphia. And Badgers had a couple of penalty problems. Field position favored Arkadelphia, but now not bad starting field position for Fairview as they turn Arkadelphia over on downs. 5:26 left before halftime tonight. I want to remind you, we're going to bring you the band's performance at halftime. Just saw Steve Patterson stick his head in the box here to say hello. He'll, of course, announce for the band here at Fairview, and we see them down beyond the end zone getting ready for their action at halftime. Here it is, Fairview with the ball, trying to catch up to the Badgers. It is 21-14 Arkadelphia. Running play. This time it's defended much better. He's going to get 3, maybe 4 yards, but Arkadelphia gain tackles. And I tell you what, leading that tackle for Arkadelphia was Max Wilson, a guy that Badger fans are just glad to see in the game right now.
Missed the scrimmage last week, but is back here tonight. Great leader for his defensive front, made plenty of plays last year, and a good play right there.
Cleared for action. He is competing tonight. That was a gain of 3 yards, between 3 and 4. Fairview still on their own side of the 50, but knocking on the door of Arkadelphia territory. Thomas wants to throw. He's got some room to throw, and he will. Here's a run across the 50. Near first down yardage, but I don't think he quite got there. On the catch was Trent Haygood. He's about half a yard short.
And Haygood made a good cut there after catching the ball and was almost able to get the first down that time, but a good job there for Arkadelphia getting to the ball carrier just before he crossed the plane. And now it is 3rd and short. Likely 3rd and inches is what it looks like to be up here.
Tight end to the left side. A running back in the game. That's Lanford, who's a good sophomore runner, and Thomas is an excellent runner at quarterback. They need less than a yard for a first down, but it's just 3rd down. Can't forget that he might throw the ball here. They want to run. Lanford has a first down and more to the 40, to the 35, brought down at the Arkadelphia 33-yard line. Good blocking on the left side and a good run by the sophomore.
And it looked to be a bit of a delayed handoff that time, and that little delay allowed just enough separation on the near side for Lanford to get around the edge. He's able to pick up the first down for his team. Now the Cardinals lining up 5 wide. 4 to the right side. Again, we'll see if this is a decoy to allow some room for Thomas.
Ball spotted at the 32-yard line of Arkadelphia. Thomas loves to run to his left on this formation, but he does have 4 receivers at the top of the screen, so Arkadelphia's got to send some men up there to cover him. Thomas wants to throw this time. He looks to his right. He's got some room, and he's going to run. Cuts to the middle of the field, to the 20, inside the 20, near the 15-yard line. He's just so dangerous. He can cut on a dime chase and suddenly turn a short gain into a long one.
Great footwork on that last run, Jeff, and he ran more to his weaker side. He likes to go to the left side, but that time forced to go to the right. Still able to make some great cuts and picks up another first down for Camden-Fairview.
Caleb Tate has checked into the game, a good blocker, dangerous player offensively and defensively, playing some tight end on the left side right now. The running back right now is a young man who's been a receiver, Trent Haygood, and the quarterback, Thomas. It's first down at the Arkadelphia 15-yard line. 3:05 left before halftime. Arkadelphia leads this 21-14. Quite a showdown first week of the season. Back to pass. Thomas under a lot of pressure. Throws it to the end zone. It is incomplete. He just led his receiver a little bit too much, although I think that was a catchable ball in the end zone. But diving for it and bobbling it, not coming up with it, is the receiver. And Arkadelphia lives to see a 2nd down and 10 for Fairview.
Also, Brooke was the intended receiver that time, ran a great route. Marvion Berry created some great pressure. He was blitzing from the right side that time, almost got to the quarterback. He was just able to get it off in time, but thankfully for Arkadelphia, just out of the reach of Also Brooke.
3 receivers at the top of the screen. Also Brooke is the one closest to the quarterback. He just switched positions, so let's see if the play is designed for him. He is their leading receiver coming back from last year, and he looks like the favorite target of Thomas this year. Thomas will throw it to him. He'll cut to his right, look for the sideline, now cut upfield and make 5 yards to the 10-yard line. It is 3rd down and 5.
Jarvis Reed, the receiver on that play, able to catch it in the flats, got a block near the line of scrimmage, but Marvion Berry never giving up on that play. And now it's going to be 3rd and medium, 3rd and 5 officially for the Cardinals.
From the 10-yard line of Arkadelphia, 2:25 left, clock running, 2nd quarter. Arkadelphia 21, Fairview 14, and the Cardinals are trying to tie it up on this drive.
And maybe Camden-Fairview trying to milk some time off the clock here to prevent Arkadelphia from having a chance to drive down.
Pressure on the quarterback. Thomas is trying to escape. He does escape. He escapes another tackler. He's to the 10. He escapes the third tackle, and he's going to score. That's just unbelievable. Give the credit to Martavius Thomas. He made an unbelievable run for a touchdown.
A truly Houdini-esque play there from Thomas. Badgers sent the house. Marvion Berry had him wrapped up, and a couple of teammates were there to aid him. But somehow, some way, Thomas able to get away, and he darts into the end zone. It's a hat trick for the senior here in the first half.
Extra point will tie it up. Kahn is on for that kick. He is a good kicker. Arkadelphia set to try to block it. They are unable to do so, and the kick is good. It is Arkadelphia 21, Fairview 21. Badgers will have the ball left and exactly 2 minutes left to play when we come back with more second quarter action after this.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are in your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started.
Under perfect conditions, your car traveling at 65 miles per hour can stop in about 300 feet. That's the length of a football field.
But a fully loaded tractor trailer, one that weighs 80,000 pounds, will take 2 football fields to stop. And that's if the driver is rested, paying attention, and the truck and load is properly maintained.
If you're in an accident with a big truck, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK.
Get the experienced team that's going to be on your side, by your side.
If you were here for the first quarter, you're enjoying this nice clear picture as much as I am because we're behind some glass tonight. It created glare, and it made it difficult for us to give you a good picture for the first quarter. But it's nighttime and beautiful down there, and we're glad to give you a good picture tonight. I want to say thank you to Chris Babb one more time for connecting with the right people here at Fairview to fix our internet signal and get us on the air in the first place. Halftime is coming up in 2 minutes, but there's a lot of action between now and then. Arkadelphia 21, Fairview 21. And the Cardinals kick off. It's a high short kick. Arkadelphia calls for it. That's Babb, I believe, over on the far side of the 25-yard line. First down and 10 for the Badger offense.
And we'll see what the Badgers have drawn up here. We'll see if they try to go conservative or go straight into that 4-minute offense. With this being a shootout, they might opt for the latter. Seen some good plays in this quarter for Arkadelphia. Donovan Witten with a couple touchdowns. He's got 3 on the night. He had his second connection with Latonio Hughes to put the Badgers on top just 18 seconds after he ran one in on a QB option keeper. So it's been a great night tonight for the senior quarterback for Arkadelphia, and he'll try to lead his team into the end zone once more here.
With this offense, Arkadelphia definitely has time. We'll see what happens on first down as Witten will roll to his left and fire the ball over the head of his intended receiver. Threw that one away purposefully with no one open and the defense coming toward him, and so it's second down and 10.
And it looked like by design, Witten was rolling out to the left that time. Would have had to throw across his body, but nobody was home. Pressure was coming quickly. Only option there was to throw it away.
By himself in the shotgun. No running backs in the formation. Witten wants to throw. He'll roll to his right, looking downfield. Now he just wants to run. He's to the 25-30 and knocked out of bounds. But that's a good run. Third down and less than 5 coming up. Let's see where they spot the ball. I think they're going to spot it at the 33 or 34. Here we go. They're going to put the ball down at the 32. So at the 32, they're going to need 3 more yards. Third down.
Going to be 5 wide here for the Badgers on 3rd and short.
4 receivers at the top of the screen. Witten at quarterback. Looks to his right. Under pressure, he will run. He'll fight for a first down, and he's going to make it. Good running by the quarterback, Witten. He's big, he's strong, and he's got enough speed to turn the corner and make a first down.
And that's one thing you got to love about Donovan Witten. He never gives up on a play. Play broke down a little bit there. Good pass rush from number 97, Xavier Morris, the junior. But Donovan able to get away. He picks up the first down, and now looks like we're going to have a break as a timeout is called by Camden-Fairview. Defense didn't like what they saw in that last play. They're going to try to give their team a breather.
We are late in the Turner, Rogers, Manning, and Plyler second quarter. Arkadelphia 21, Fairview 21. We'll be back after this.
Price & Company Insurance is the area's only trusted choice independent insurance agency. What is that, you might ask? An independent insurance agency works for you, the customer, and not the insurance companies. So the next time you're shopping for home, auto, business, life, or health insurance, we invite you to experience an unprecedented level of customer service and expertise. Call or click for a quote today.
Fairview called the timeout, and that is their last timeout of the half, and now they're back out on the field, but it gave Arkadelphia quite a lot of time to talk about what they'd like to do offensively, and the Badgers now line up. And once again, no running back in the formation. They're going to have one receiver, that's Bailey, at the bottom of your screen on the right side of the formation. 4 receivers on the left side. Witten wants to pass. He looks to his left. He'll throw deep. He's looking for a receiver, and it is incomplete. A defender came over from another receiver and got there just in time to break it up as Arkadelphia looked for a big gain there on second down, or on first down, and did not get it. Second down and 10.
And Latonio Hughes was the intended receiver that time, was darting along the left side. Great defensive play there to break up the pass, almost an interception, as the defender was able to get in the way that time, and it'll be second down now for the Badgers.
Same formation for Arkadelphia. Witten this time will throw it quickly to the left side. Good run after the catch. This is a nice gain. To the 50, to the 45, still on his feet, to the 30-yard line. He might go to the 10. Touchdown, Arkadelphia. Purifoy with the touchdown.
And Jaquavis Purifoy, catching it that time in the flats, was able to break through that first defensive barrier, and it was off to the races, a race he was going to win all the way. Third passing touchdown of the half for Donovan Witten, his 4th of the game. And the Badgers are on top once more with less than 2 minutes to go here in the first half.
How about a way to start your sophomore campaign than that beautiful run showing a tremendous amount of speed for Purifoy in the touchdown. Here's the extra point by Curry, and he is perfect on the night. Good again. It's Arkadelphia 28, Fairview 21. We're going to be back with more of the Turner, Rogers, Manning, and Plyler second quarter after that Farm Bureau touchdown put Arkadelphia ahead. We'll be back after this.
At Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone CPA, we seek to provide accounting, tax, and financial planning services to individuals and small businesses with proficiency and integrity. Serving Arkadelphia since 1977, our staff looks forward to meeting your financial goals of today and also becoming your financial advocate for life. Visit us at 205 North 25th Street or call 246-8991 today. Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone LTD says go Badgers.
62-yard connection from Witten to Purifoy, and it's an Arkadelphia touchdown and a 7-point lead for the Badgers. 1:15 left. Got to play some defense in the next 1:15, Chase, because Thomas is going to try to score and tie it up before halftime.
He most certainly will. He may have to change up the game plan a little bit because so far for Camden-Fairview, it's been all about the methodical drives, trying to pound it into the end zone on the ground. Thomas has had some great runs, hasn't had as many opportunities through the air, but we'll see what the Cardinals draw up here with just over a minute to go. Arkadelphia in a good spot now after that great touchdown reception from Purifoy.
That looked like it'd be a first down. He turned it into a touchdown. Beautiful play, and Arkadelphia has its lead back. Brock Curry, who's had a wonderful night as the kicker for Arkadelphia, puts his foot into this one. This looks returnable, but it'll go all the way down to the 9-yard line. Return to the 20 down the sideline. Knocked out of bounds at the 28. They might give him the 29-yard line. Now they're going to say the 28-yard line, so they are 72 yards away from a game-tying touchdown. 1:10 left. And that was on the tackle, Ryan Rogers. Nice play by Rogers.
So 71 yards to go here for the Cardinals. 70 seconds to try and make something happen.
Lanford is in the backfield. There is enough time left that they don't have to throw deep, but there are no timeouts remaining for Fairview. Thomas will hand off on first down up the middle. Lanford's going to get some yardage. He is going to be very close to a first down. Let's see if he's going to be given the first down. Clock continues to run. We're under 1 minute. It is 2nd and 1.
Cardinals taking their time here in the game plan. Getting the play call from the sidelines, and Lanford's going to go out wide here. 5 wide for the Cardinals.
A lot of time clicking off, and they're going to make an attempt to score here. Pass across the middle, incomplete. Well, I think it hit him in the chest, but Haygood did not hang on in traffic, and so it's 3rd down and 1. That does stop the clock. 37 seconds left.
And he heard footsteps that time. It was the footsteps of the junior linebacker, Chase Vantelborg, able to cause a disruption that time, and now it's 3rd and short.
3rd down, and they need a yard for a first down. They need a lot more than that to try to tie the game up in the last 37 seconds. Also, Brooke will switch sides of the line of scrimmage. Oh, he's going to come out of the game, it looks like. Oh, Fairview has taken some time to set up, but the clock is not running, of course. Officials are ready for action. Still a running back in the formation. Thomas at quarterback is dangerous as a runner himself. We have seen that on the last possession by Fairview. Here is a running play. It's going to be a short gain. It is first down, though, at the 43-yard line. Flag down at the end of the play. Let's see what that might be. Face mask perhaps on the tackle. We'll see. Stops the clock with 33 seconds left. It is indeed an infraction against Arkadelphia and a major infraction, taking the ball to Arkadelphia territory. It will be first down for Fairview. They're going to mark it off all the way to the Arkadelphia 41-yard line. So that's a big help for Fairview to get 15 free ones without the clock moving, but they only have 33 seconds and no timeouts left. So Fairview with Thomas in the backfield by himself this time. You expect pass. That may be an understatement. Thomas, though, can run, so you just cannot assume it's going to be a pass. His feet have been dangerous. Thomas wants to throw. Now he's going to run. He's going to get some yardage to the 35, 30, 25, and out of bounds to stop the clock with 20 seconds left. So the clock ticked away, but he got a lot of yardage.
And I don't believe that was a design run play that time, as Thomas went through his progressions but found some open space on the left side and made the most of it. That's his strong side that he likes to run to. And now he's got the Cardinals knocking on the door of the red zone.
24-yard line of Arkadelphia, 20 seconds left. Arkadelphia 28, Fairview 21. And Octavius Thomas, really outstanding quarterback. He's alone in the backfield. Here's the snap. Arkadelphia covering up, tries to get it to Also Brook and threw it short. 16 seconds left. 2nd down.
Good route there by Also Brook. You can tell the Cardinals are trying to punch it in here quickly, as an equalizer would be huge going into the break. Cardinals do receive the opening kickoff of the second half.
Thomas talking to his receiver, Also Brook. They are teammates who have thrown and caught many passes together last year and so far in this game, but they didn't connect on that last play. Arkadelphia defended it well. Badgers shifting around in the defensive backfield. Thomas wants to run. A designed run this time, but a short gain. Arkadelphia contained the runner. No timeouts. 10 seconds left. Clock is going to run. Fairview running back to the line of scrimmage to try to set up. They ran with no timeouts left. And we're down to 3, 2, 1. And he's able to spike it, but he's in the shotgun. And do we see a flag? He spiked it from the shotgun. And the officials, are they going to talk about it? We don't see a flag down yet. It's 4th down. It's 4th down. They're going to go for a field goal attempt. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. No penalty. They're going to try a field goal attempt. Now they'll mark it up to the 28. So it's a 38-yard field goal attempt for Kahn. At the last moment, they'll send another blocker on. Arkadelphia is going to try to block the kick. He's got the leg to get it there. We'll see if he can get Fairview closer. That ball is partially blocked and bounds into the end zone.
That was Nick Williams coming up in the nick of time right here at the end of the half, able to block the kick. And Arkadelphia has a little bit of momentum heading into the break.
Arkadelphia 28, Fairview 21, and we have concluded a half of play. We'll be back with the Southern Bancorp halftime show after this.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets.
Cuckoo Crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Austin Wingfield in Arkadelphia today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
As a family-owned sporting goods supplier since 1950, Southwest Sporting Goods understands the value of customer service and is committed to providing the best quality customer service and merchandise available. Southwest Sporting Goods is located in Arkadelphia, but also has salesmen that cover the entire state of Arkansas to help ensure that their customers will receive the best customer service and pricing that can be found. Southwest Sporting Goods, located in downtown Arkadelphia, supporting the Badgers since 1950.
Everyone's known for something. Ours is simple. At the Southwest Auto Collection and iDriveSWA.com, you get the absolute lowest price on America's best brands: Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, GMC, Buick, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. And we deliver anywhere in the state, plus tires for life. It really is that simple. Visit us today, the Southwest Auto Collection, I-30 exit 78 in Arkadelphia, or online at iDriveSWA.com.
Welcome back to the Southern Bancorp halftime show. Chris Babb, along with you, the Camden-Fairview High School dance team is getting ready to perform, and then the Arkadelphia Badger Pride Marching Band will take the field, and you'll get to hear that. Right now, you're going to get to hear the Camden-Fairview dance music. That is right by our microphone, so just for now, we're going to turn that one down a little bit. Chris Babb, Chase Hartzell here. We would like to thank our sponsors. This is the Southern Bancorp halftime show. A lot of businesses and individuals support a lot of groups, and that's especially on Football Fridays. The Badger football team would like to thank Southwest Sporting Goods for providing the breakfast this morning. Would like to thank Southwest Auto Collection for the vehicle to be able to pull the trailer, and then also Bobby Younger and Burger Barn for supplying the pregame meal today before they made the way. I believe Batson family, Batson Signs, provided the meal for the band. And so we like to thank all of those community partners who help make Friday nights are no small task and no small feat. And we'd like to thank those community partners who support our activities, teams, and groups. Chris Babb, Chase Hartzell. Chase, 28-21 at halftime. A lot of points, but there also were some defensive stops. Overall, very exciting first half from Arkadelphia and Camden-Fairview.
It was, Chris, a lot of good things on both sides of the ball for both teams. We knew that this game could go either way. We knew that it could be, a stalemate like we saw a couple years ago here at Cardinal Stadium, but a bit of a shootout here in the first half, at least, of this one. Arkadelphia able to get some momentum. There in the second quarter, scored 3 times. Just an overall great effort to start out the year for Arkadelphia.
A couple of touchdowns from Whitten to Hughes, Whitten to Purifoy, and Arkadelphia really getting things going. And the Donovan Whitten also with a rushing touchdown, so he's responsible for all 4 of Arkadelphia's touchdowns in the first half. The Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Marching Band is next up. New directors, Brandon Hanlon, Carlos Udave, Ryan Wilkerson. So Ms. Hanlon, Stephanie Hanlon, the color guard instructor. And so now I believe the Badger Pride Marching Band will begin to take the field to perform some of their first movement from their 2022 competition show. And this is a style. Now the Badger Band is getting ready to take the field. So when they do, we will shut up so you can hear the Badger Band and see them. Take a look, and thank you to our sponsors. Jeff has mentioned those and been able to play those commercials for you. Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone, Arkadelphia Tire and Outfitters, Southern Bancorp, R&T Dixon Enterprises, Blake Bell, Raymond James. Turner, Rogers, Manning, and Plyler, Gary and Rob Rucker. Clark County Farm Bureau, Austin Wingfield State Farm, Southwest Sporting Goods, Welch Funeral Home, Price & Company, Taylor King Law, Patterson Federal Credit Union, Java Primo, South Central Connect, Sonic, Print Mania, Bats and Signs, and Southwest Auto Collection. The Arkadelphia Badger Pride Marching Band is on the field, and we'll turn it over to a familiar voice, Steve Patterson.
Please welcome the Arkadelphia Badger Pride Marching Band. Arkadelphia's musical selections tonight include the following, titled The West That Was, featuring Earth Song by Michael Jackson and Underground by Cody Fry. The Arkadelphia Public Schools are proud to present in their halftime performance Drum Major Jancy Thomas and the Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, the Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Marching Band. The Arkadelphia Badger Pride Marching Band is under the direction of Mr. Brandon Hanlon, with assistance from Mr. Brian Wilkerson, Mr. Carlos Shidave, and Mrs. Lori Hanlon. The Arkadelphia Badger Pride Marching Band's next performance will be next Friday, September 2nd, at Henderson State University, when the Badgers square off against the Hot Springs Trojans. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Band.
Locally owned and operated, Java Primo is the official coffee house of ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. In addition to coffee, drinks, and desserts, we also have wonderful options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Shop our gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com or visit us on Main Street in historic downtown Arkadelphia. Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more says, Go Badgers!
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets. Cuckoo Crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Austin Wingfield in Arkadelphia today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Chris Babb here at halftime of tonight's season opener, the 2022 season. Arkadelphia 28, Camden-Fairview 21, as the Arkadelphia Badger Pride Marching Band had its first performance. First-year director Brandon Hanlon. This is by Carlos Udave, Ryan Wilkerson, and Lori Hanlon. I apologize. I said Stephanie earlier. Lori Hanlon, my apologies. You heard the familiar voice of Steve Patterson over the PA, and I believe we will have Pat join us here in the booth. But before we do that, we'll bring Jim Rothwell in, and Jim will go over some of our first half statistics. Jim, 28-21, a lot of offense for both teams.
Well, it's really been the two quarterbacks that have been the key. For Fairview, Thomas was rushed 12 times for 123 yards and has the 3 TDs. Passing, he's only 3 out of 10 for 30 yards, 1 first down passing. So it's been his legs that have kept Fairview in the game. The other running back, Lanford, has 59 yards there at halftime on 7 carries, I believe. So they've gotten some offense from him, but it's been Thomas for them that his big plays. That 110-yard run that he made for the touchdown, that's an ESPN highlight. Yeah. I mean, it was phenomenal. Passing, he's been very inconsistent. He's missed his receivers. They've dropped a couple. So with Fairview, it's been just his ability to make the play, break down the defense, and pick up some yardage running the ball. For Arkadelphia, rushing, not much rushing there. Whitten is 6 for 36 and 1 first down. Buckley came in and did a pretty good job rushing. Started with Reed. He had a couple of carries. Again, not much for Arkadelphia in the rushing game other than just Whitten making some plays occasionally to get a first down or keep a drive going. But it's his passing and the big plays that have been the difference for Arkadelphia. He's only 8 out of 23, but it's for 243 yards and a touchdown. He did have 1 interception there. 243 yards and a half. You're talking about some big plays. He had 72, 62, 24, 31. There are 3 12-yard plays. That's a lot of big plays. And Billy, the receivers to get open, and then their speed and their elusiveness once they catch the ball, we've seen that to turn those into touchdowns. Big plays have come from different receivers. We've seen, let's see, still early in the year, and I'm looking at numbers here.
Well, as light as it was earlier, it's turned that dark.
Yeah, it's hard to see as well. Purefoy, 2 big plays, a 12-yarder and a 62-yarder for a touchdown. The Antonio Hughes big play, 72 and 31. Another big play came from Carter Babb, a 24-yarder there, big play to keep a drive going, setting up a touchdown. We've seen Campbell with a couple big plays, and then Bailey with a couple of catches, not big plays, but 12 yards to get a first down. A couple of times he had those 12-yard plays to keep the first down and keep the drive going. So it's been the big plays for Arkadelphia. It's been Thomas's legs for Camden-Fairview.
Camden-Fairview will get the ball to start the second half. Coach Shucker, if everybody had been able to hear it in the pregame show, would have, and talking about the defense, would have reminded people new defensive coordinator is not really new, but returning. Chris Kaiser, defensive coordinator. Ben Chandler and Bobby Evans, the other defensive staff, they've made adjustments at halftime. The offensive staff, Trey Shucker, Brian Gibson, as well as Benson Jordan. Jordan and Kaiser new to the staff this year. Jim, give your thoughts on the second half before we bring our esteemed halftime guest in.
Yeah. One of the keys will be what happened on this first drive for Camden-Fairview. If they can hold them and then Arkadelphia gets the ball back and keeps it for a while, or particularly if they score, I think that it's going to be Arkadelphia's game. It's going to be that key. They had some momentum at the end of the first half, particularly the stop to keep Camden-Fairview from going in tied. That's a big thing to go in at halftime.
Nick Williams with that field goal block to stop the momentum was really big going in, especially since the Cardinals get the ball coming out.
And to stop Thomas, he's going to run to his left just about every time. Whether they overload to the right or if he's pressured, he's taking off to the left. And so you've got to be conscious of that.
He may not end up in his left, but he might start
there. He might
there.
not, yeah. He has that ability.
Jim, thanks. We'll see you again at the halftime. And when Jim's going to trade the headset, and we'll bring a new face to Arkadelphia Public Schools, a new member of the faculty at Arkadelphia High School. So we thought we might want everybody to kind of get to know this new voice as we get a headset on him. I'll introduce him because you probably never heard him before, but this gentleman's name is Steve Patterson. And so, Mr. Patterson, welcome to Arkadelphia. Here you're new in town, and just glad that you're with us. Glad to hear your voice announcing the band.
I do find it kind of feel new this year.
Steve, obviously, anybody who's watching, don't really think I'm an idiot. Steve Patterson, one of the fixtures at Arkadelphia High School, PA for Badger football games, student council, golf, soccer, PA for basketball games, quiz ball, you name it. Steve, your number, what are we in? Your number, did you stop counting?
This is 38 at Arkadelphia.
38 at Arkadelphia. And a new of every year. There's always excitement with a new year, and I would guess this year is no different.
Well, it is exciting, and we actually feel like we've kind of broken through the COVID cloud. We certainly hope so, and that's made a huge difference. And of course, we have our new cell phone policy that we're enjoying.
I bet.
The kids don't care for it, I'm sure, but I've not heard a complaint yet. But that's making things a lot different, that they don't have cell phones to.
We've only got a couple of minutes left, but let's talk about the Badger golf team real quick. Kind of give us an update on the golf team, and I believe we had another victory yesterday. Gray Manning has kind of led the way on the boys' side. Jada Jones on the girls' side. Talk about the golf team in the remaining minute or so we have.
Well, we've had 3 matches this week, and we actually didn't win yesterday. Fountain Lake won. They're kind of born to the game, I think, with all those beautiful courses over there. But we came in second, so we felt good about that. We've won 5 different matches this year. And we have Gray, and we have another senior named Connor Covington. And then we have brand new people. Everyone else is brand new. And so it's kind of interesting watching them play and join in with Gray and the others, and they're doing well.
We've got the 3-minute warm-up period. The teams are back on the field. So I want to talk about this. Obviously, the school made the announcement last week that next week's home opener is going to be at Henderson State. And the response on social media was just absolutely crazy. I saw one person share it and say, I'm taking vacation. I think they live in Northwest Arkansas. I'm taking vacation and coming down. I believe the first year that Arkadelphia played at Haygood Stadium in its current site was 1968. So you think about that, from 1968 to 2001, it's 33 years of football players, cheerleaders, dance, band that have memories at Carpenter Haygood Stadium. I know that'll be something, kind of nostalgic and exciting next week.
It will be. A lot of people are looking at it as a homecoming, and it is for many of them. And so they're excited. We hated to leave Carpenter Haygood Stadium when we did, but there were different reasons we had to. And so everyone I've talked to is the same way. They're very excited about playing at Henderson. We just wish we had our field ready to go, but it'll be ready soon enough.
It is the fall of it is what it is. And what
That's
next
right.
Friday will be very exciting, guys. The Badgers return to Carpenter Haygood Stadium to take on the Hot Springs Trojans. The graphic that was created actually took your game program from the 2000 year, which was supposed to be the last game at Carpenter Haygood Stadium, but ironically enough, Arkadelphia had to play at Henderson in 2001 because their field wasn't ready to start the season. Steve, I appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for all of your work with Arkadelphia High School, Arkadelphia Public Schools, and we look forward to hearing your voice the rest of this season.
Well, thank you, and look forward to hearing y'all when we can't go.
Our thanks to Steve Patterson for joining us. About a minute left until the teams conclude their warm-up before halftime, before the third quarter starts. That'll conclude the Southern Bancorp halftime show. We'll be back with the third quarter after this timeout on ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are in your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Under perfect conditions, your car traveling at 65 miles per hour can stop in about 300 feet. That's the length of a football field.
But a fully loaded tractor trailer, one that weighs 80,000 pounds, will take 2 football fields to stop. And that's if the driver is rested, paying attention, and the truck and load is properly maintained.
If you're in an accident with a big truck, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK.
Get the experienced team that's going to be on your side, by your side.
And we are back live here at Cardinal Stadium in Camden, Arkansas. Arkadelphia taking on Camden-Fairview in the opening game of the season. And we are just about ready to resume action. I'm Chase Hartzell, and joining us once again, it's Dr. Jeff Root.
Hey, thank you very much, Chase. What a fun halftime. Thank you to Chris Babb for bringing us that halftime report, sponsored, of course, by Southern Bancorp, Jim Rothwell on statistics and his reporting every single year, and Steve Patterson, our special guest, as our halftime guest. We appreciate him for dropping by also after announcing the band. A very successful band performance tonight as they build for the future. Showed us a little bit of the beginning of the show tonight. Just went very, very well. So Arkadelphia is set to kick off. Fairview won the toss at the beginning of the ball game and elected to defer to the second half. So they're going to get the ball first here in the second half. Arkadelphia 28, Fairview 21, and we are underway. Line drive kick. This is returnable from the 18. It's fumbled, picked up at the 22. Up the middle he goes. Some yardage there. And good running after contact, but still Arkadelphia brings him down as he crosses the 40-yard line. Pretty good field position, though, Chase, for this drive started by Thomas and his Cardinals of Fairview.
And on that kick return, could have been disastrous, but a good job there to recover. And not only that, make something positive out of it. Not bad field position here for the Cardinals. Up past their own 40. They'll start at the 41-yard line. 59 yards to go on this drive, trying to get the equalizer.
Thomas, the quarterback, as we said all through the first half, very dangerous quarterback. Over 3,000 yards last year passing, almost 900 yards rushing, and he looks very good. Had a Houdini-like touchdown in the first half, but Arkadelphia still outscored Fairview in that first half. A little misdirection play, run to the right side. This is a good sophomore running back, Lanford, and he'll gain yardage up to the 45-yard line.
Good job there by Nick Williams coming out of the secondary. He blocked the field goal going into the break.
And there is a Cardinal who is down. It is a humid night, although it's cooling off now, so we hope that's just a cramp. And it is the running back, Lanford, who is down. So we'll see if they're going to take a moment before we decide on a timeout. I think they're going to stretch him. This is going to be a cramp. And so we're going to keep it here, Chase, to talk about the setup for the second half a little bit. Fairview certainly feels that this is their game. They're the 5A team, highly ranked in 5A, but Arkadelphia very highly ranked in 4A, and Arkadelphia leads it at halftime thanks to some good offensive work and some timely defensive work also. They gave up some yardage, but 4 touchdowns, or 3 touchdowns, I should say, to Arkadelphia's 4 in the first half.
Arkadelphia, on paper, a bit of an underdog in this one. But as you mentioned, Jeff, this team is not going to go away, and somebody that you really see out there with increased confidence from last year's matchup is Donovan Witten. He's got 4 touchdowns up to this point on the offensive side of the ball. Made his first start at the quarterback position as a varsity player in the first game of last season. Same matchup here, but didn't have nearly as good results as he's had here tonight through 24 minutes.
It's cooling off outside, but not surprisingly, a cramp or 2 in the first game. And the first time that happens tonight is at the beginning of the second half in a Fairview Cardinal.
It's going to be 4 wide actually here for the Cardinals. Trips to the right and 1 on the left side.
And on second down from the 45-yard line, 2nd and 6 for Fairview. Back to action. Arkadelphia pressure on the quarterback. Nice short pass. Caught and a gain up to the 49. Good tackle. Arkadelphia really coming quickly to make the tackle. Cade McBride. That catch was by one of the big and talented Fairview players in Caleb Tite. He is a junior and well thought of as a prospect. It's 3rd down. He did not make a first down at the 49-yard line. They'll need 2 more for a first down. Thomas at quarterback. Has a running back in the formation. Arkadelphia lines up defensively. Clock running early in the second half. Running play. This is going to be some yardage around the right side. Good speed. He is going to be knocked out of bounds after going into Arkadelphia territory and picking up a first down for Fairview. On the run after he took the handoff was Trent Haygood, a 10th grader with some excellent speed. I want to say hi to Kerry Garnett, listening and watching in San Diego, California, one of our sponsors, Blend Real Estate. Kerry, quarterback of the state champion 1979 team, and an avid watcher of our broadcast, an avid fan of the Arkadelphia Badgers. He has come back for a couple of championship games from San Diego, so hi to Kerry. Pass to the left side, incomplete. Also, Brooke was the intended receiver. Off target, though, and well defended, as getting over there quickly for Arkadelphia was Vandenberg.
Just a bit of miscommunication there between Thomas and his wide receiver. Interesting look that time, going with that 4 to one side look again. But that time, not a design run play.
Chase, you know, Fairview never seems to be in a hurry offensively. Arkadelphia likes a little faster tempo than the Fairview Cardinals.
That's been the key to success today for Camden, is those slow, methodical drives slowly wearing down the defense to get into the end zone.
On 2nd and 10, 4 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Now they'll look to the sideline. Arkadelphia sets up defensively, and he's going to run. Designed run play by the quarterback, hit by 2 Badgers and brought down. Leading tackler once again was Vantelberg. And it's 3rd down. Good tackle against a guy that's hard to tackle. He has proven that tonight. Run by Thomas. Thomas is slow. A little bit of a limp for Thomas. He's going to stay in the ball game. Working on his calves. He may be developing a bit of cramp also. A bit humid, even though the temperature has fallen here in the evening. 3rd down and 3 yards to go. Kind of a long 3 for Fairview. Second half action, Arkadelphia leading by 1. Here's a running play, a big hole and a first down. Good run again for a first down by, once again, Trent Haygood.
Just a good play call there on first down. The Cardinals sticking with what's working, those strong runs up the middle and a little bit over to the side there at the end. Able to come up with the first down.
Arkadelphia lines up defensively, trying to hold on to the 7-point lead. Taking a little time off of the clock in the 3rd quarter is this Fairview drive. We're down to 9:07 left in the quarter. Lots of time left. Arkadelphia has not had the ball yet here in the second half. Thomas looks over the defense, running formation. He's got a running back, but he wants to throw it, and he'll fire it deep, looking for a receiver. He will overthrow his intended receiver, incomplete. He had him, and he missed him.
Intended receiver that time was number 5, Jarvis Reed. That was his first look. He was going there all the way, and Reed almost able to win the foot race that time. Fortunately for Arkadelphia, that ball just a little bit overthrown because Reed ran an excellent route that time. Still good coverage over there on the far side.
Second down and 10, ball at the Arkadelphia 22-yard line. Had a running formation with extra blockers in, but then threw deep, missed his receiver. Man-to-man coverage out there. Now he's still got a runner in the formation. He wants to throw. Rolling to his right, Thomas fires it short. He does hit his receiver who catches it, but catches it short of a first down. That's also Brook with the diving catch, and it's going to be 3rd down and 1. Ooh, maybe less than 1.
Arkadelphia's defense did a good job of narrowing the options that time, but just a great sliding catch near the plane of that first down marker. Still a little bit short, though.
He threw it on the run, Chase, and threw it short, or it would have been a catch and a first down, but also Brook had to get closer to the line of scrimmage to make that catch. So it's 3rd down and less than 1. Running formation here for Thomas, a running quarterback, and he will hand off and into the backfield, a loss. A loss. Wonderful work. I believe Brown on the tackle. Wonderful work. And it's 4th down now and a long 2, between 2 and 3 yards to go.
It was Caden Young in there on the play. Or it was Brown in there on the play. Caden Young helping out with the pressure, but Brown did come up with the tackle. Just a great read off the snap. And now it's 4th down. Crucial play here for the Cardinals, deep in enemy territory.
This time, no running back in the formation. 3 receivers top of the screen, 2 to the bottom of the screen, 5 receivers in. But the quarterback, Thomas, is a great runner himself. He's proven that tonight. We'll see if he keeps it on 4th down or throws him. I know he's going to keep it. And he's hit hard. I don't think he got there. Just depends on the spot. Let's see. Well, the ball might have been recovered by Arkadelphia, but I think he's going to be short of the first down anyway. Thomas did fall back on the ball, but he's short, and Arkadelphia has it. What a big, big play by the Badger defense, first on 3rd down and then Chase on 4th down.
Huge play there for the defense, Jeff. We can't understate it, and that time it was Young getting to the ball, able to wrap up the ball carrier just near that first down marker. He was a little bit short, and this could be a turning point for the Badgers if they can capitalize on this opportunity. Not much chance for breathing room up to this point, but now you've got a shot.
Neither team has had a 2-touchdown lead tonight. Arkadelphia has the possession and a 7-point lead. 7:18 left, 3rd quarter of action. 3rd quarter brought to you by Providence Veterinary Clinic. Arkadelphia lines up first possession of the second half. Trips at the top of the screen on the left side of the line of scrimmage. Flags go down to stop the play. They had a plan, but it didn't work out on 1st down. Going to be against Arkadelphia. Again, you see some procedure penalties in the first game of a season. We've seen it from both teams tonight.
And even the most efficient teams are seeing problems like this early in the year, and these two teams have proven why they're some of the most widely regarded in their classification by multiple sources.
Arkadelphia is 1st and 15 from its own 8-yard line now. 4 receivers spread out to the top of the screen, the left side of the line of scrimmage, and now a defender is into the right guard, and let's see if he was drawn off or is this going to go back against Fairview. I think it's going to be against Fairview. At least the Cardinals think so, and that is the call. So Arkadelphia gets that 5 yards back, and it's 1st and 10 all over again. Here comes Hughes down to the bottom of the screen. Watch him, always a threat.
He's already got 2 touchdowns here tonight.
He's lined up in the slot to the right side. Witten, though, wants to throw left. Under pressure, he fires it. It's complete. A yard short of a first down. Boy, he's so close, fighting for the first down, unable to get there. On the catch for Arkadelphia's Purifoy. Let's see where they spot it. I think he's less than a yard short. They're going to mark it close, and Witten picks it up, throws to the flat, a completion, and down the sideline to the 30-yard line. First down, Arkadelphia. That is a Welch Funeral Home first down.
Purifoy getting his number called yet again, and again he's ready. Right there in the flats, got a good run after catch And Arkadelphia's rolling here.
Witten to throw again to the left side, completion to the 39, to the 40. That's Babb across the 40-yard line. And Arkadelphia is really putting it together now.
Nice efficient route there from the senior. Able to spin around and extend the play just a little bit. Gets very close to that first down marker, maybe just a yard away.
No running backs in the formation. Witten's going to throw it again. Under some pressure this time. Rolling to his right. Flags go down. This might be against Arkadelphia. He fires it downfield. It's complete. Hughes has it. That's a touchdown that I think is going to come back. I think it's going to come back. Flag in the backfield. Goodness gracious. He got open deep, and Witten hit him, but the flag went down long before the pass was made. This is going to be a holding call against Arkadelphia, so a touchdown is going to come back. Well, I tell you what, Chase, the Badgers have the capability of overcoming that, although it's always hard to see a touchdown nullified by a penalty.
It is, and right there, drawn up very well. Hughes was open, unfortunately, had that holding call very early in the play. But Arkadelphia is going to be looking for that setup again, no doubt. Hughes and Witten have already connected for 2 touchdowns here tonight, and Hughes wants the hat trick.
When Witten has time to throw, Hughes will find a way to get open, as will other Badger receivers. Good night for the offense. Looking for touchdown number 5. Back to pass. Witten will throw it short. It's completed. Run after the catch. Back to the original line of scrimmage and a little bit more.
That was D'Angelo Buckley on the reception. Gets back near the original line of scrimmage and just a few yards past. So now it's going to be 3rd and medium for the Badgers.
Badgers going to need between 7 and 8 yards on 3rd down. Witten will fake a handoff, wants to pass, under pressure, rolls to his right, escapes one tackler. Now he's going to run. He's got some room. He's got a first down, but there is another flag down near the sideline in the area where he was running. Let's see what this might be. He did make the first down, so if it's against Arkadelphia, Fairview will have to take it. Let's see. Now there's some discussion. Looking for a yard line, I think. Waiting for the official to make the call. And now he looks to the sideline, and it is going to be a mark-off against Arkadelphia. And the shift was not legal. So, marked off against the Badgers. They'll have one more opportunity to turn this into a first down, as they have done on the series twice already. Eliminate the penalties, and the Badgers are looking awfully good offensively. Arkadelphia 28, Fairview 21. That was the halftime score. We have 5:22 left here in the 3rd quarter, brought to you by Providence Veterinary Clinic.
5 men wide.
No running back in the formation. Back to pass is Witten. He looks to the left side. He fires it. Oh, incomplete. He was leading Hughes, and Hughes was hit just as he came down. Couldn't quite pull it in, so it's incomplete. The safety back there got there in time to break up the play.
And Hughes ran a nice, efficient route that time. It was forward to the top of your screen that time, 1 down low. And Hughes was open, but that gap quickly closed. Nice collision, forced the ball loose. And now Arkadelphia facing 4th and long in their own territory. And it looks like Witten's going to back up to punt here.
And he will. Here's the kick. Nice kick. Should take an Arkadelphia bounce, and it does. From the 35 to the 25, inside the 20. That ball is going to bounce all the way down to the 18-yard line of Fairview. So a nice punt by Witten after a couple of penalties spoiled that drive and brought back a touchdown. Fairview will operate a touchdown behind with 4:56 left here in the 3rd quarter, and the Badger defense is on the field. We'll be back after this.
Locally owned and operated, Welch Funeral Home has been serving the Arkadelphia community since 2005. Our goal at Welch Funeral Home is to offer every family that will allow us to serve them the most caring, dignified, professional service at the most affordable price. With over 40 years of experience in the funeral home industry, owner Tim Welch and Welch Funeral Home have also been longtime.
Back to pass is Thomas. He will throw incomplete into the ground, almost taken away by Arkadelphia's Cade McBride, but he threw it low. Appreciate Welch Funeral Home and all of our sponsors. Had a couple of Welch Funeral Home first downs brought back by penalty on the last Arkadelphia possession, and now an incomplete pass, and it is 2nd down and 10 for Fairview. Fairview's second possession of the half. They had a long drive that did not result in points on their first drive of the third quarter. Now on 2nd down and 10, they will run a counter play and a run to this side. There's some yardage to the 25 to the 27. It's 3rd down coming, but they've turned it in to 3rd down and short. And now Thomas is limping. No, it's not Thomas, excuse me. Instead, it's the young man who ran the ball, Trent Haygood.
It's going to be 3rd and about a yard here for the Cardinals.
Haygood is stretching out. He's got cramp on the sideline, so he's out on this play. Fine sophomore, good speed. 3rd down and 1, though.
Cardinals will surely want him back in this one. He's made some great plays.
Lanford at running back. The quarterback is Thomas. He's going to hand it to Lanford, who will have a first down to the 30, to the 34, 35-yard line. I take it back. That's a new running back in the game for Fairview. Let me correct myself. That's Rashawn Bush on the carry. He's a senior.
And we're seeing that same trend that we saw quite a bit in the first half. Trying to get to the outside, and it's proven to be successful once again here for the Cardinals in the third quarter. Hasn't translated to the scoreboard just yet. Arkadelphia's done a good job of holding them off. But the Cardinals looking to pick up some momentum here following that first down.
Bush gives them some fresh legs. The senior running back into the game. Didn't get much time at that position in the first half, but he looks fast. He's going to carry again. He cuts to his right. This time he's strung out by the Badgers, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage. Well, he made a mistake by giving up some yardage because the Badgers came in a foursome and made the tackle.
It looked like Marvion Berry was the first man to get to him that time, and he got some help from teammates. Just a great overall effort there on the far side.
2nd down, 11 yards to go. Ball at the 35-yard line of Fairview. Arkadelphia leading at 28-21. We're down to 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. Brought to you by Providence Veterinary Clinic. Thomas looks to the sideline. Tells his offensive lineman not to move. Now he gets the play, and he's going to talk to the lineman. They're ready to go. Down to 5 seconds left on the play clock, but they get the play away. They want to throw it short to the left. Now they're going to throw it deep, and he's open. They throw it deep, and it's incomplete. He dropped the ball. He dropped the ball.
And a huge sigh of relief there from the Badger faithful as that play worked to perfection. Breaking into the open field that time, it was Jarvis Reed, and he had it read perfectly. It fell right into his hands. He just couldn't corral it, and now it's going to be 3rd down.
It looked like a shuttle pass. Then it looked like a broken play, but clearly they had designed it to get him open deep, and he was open deep, but could not corral the ball. It's 3rd down and 11.
So we'll see what the Cardinals draw up here. They have trips now to the near side. Nobody on that far side.
So watch the quarterback who may try to run in that direction. We'll see.
That is his strong side.
He looks up the field. He fires it, but fires it. Ooh, is that a catch or is that incomplete? Oh, is he going to say it's a catch? Yeah, it's a catch. Ball spotted at the 45-yard line. I thought that might have bounced, but the official was right there. He saw it clearly and made the call. At the 45-yard line, it's 4th down. They need another yard for a first. And a timeout has been called, and I believe it's because Thomas is cramping up again. Quarterback is cramping up again, and my goodness, Fairview needs him. So they're going to call timeout, and they're going to talk about it. 4th down and 1. 2:15 left. We're in the third quarter. We'll keep it right here. Thomas, I believe, is going to have to leave the game. He can barely walk, but it's not a serious injury, we don't think. It looks like some of the Fairview players are coming down with some leg cramps. It's not happening so far for Arkadelphia tonight. Yeah, he is needing help getting off the field. But they only need 1 yard, so they're going to line up and run right out Arkadelphia, it would appear. Tight formation. You never see Fairview in this formation except without Thomas. That's what they're going to do, try to run right out Arkadelphia. Tight ends in, blocking backs in. Now they're going to overload on the left side. Arkadelphia shifts. And here is a running play, and there is a first down up to the 50 and an extra yard. I thought I saw a little movement before the snap. Not the call. Instead of first down for Fairview. They went with a power play, and the big 5A Fairview lineman made it happen. Back of the football touching the 50-yard line. First down and 10 for Fairview. 2:07 left, clock running. Arkadelphia still leads it by 7. No touchdowns here in the second half so far.
And we're going to see a new quarterback here for the Cardinals.
I think that's Rocky Hughes who's checked in. He's going to throw to the flat. Checking in at quarterback is for Arkadelphia. For Fairview is Daryl Atkins. Daryl Atkins has checked in at quarterback, threw a complete pass into the flat, but no gain. Second down, 10 yards to go.
Atkins Jr. getting some of his first action here at the varsity level as a sophomore. Likely not under the circumstances he was hoping for, but a good chance to prove himself here as a young player.
Looking over the defense. He's got a running back next to him, but he wants to pass. He'll roll out, looking through the defense. He'll throw short and throw complete. Good catch. Very close to a first down. Depends on the spot. It was right in front of us, and I felt like he was short. But instead, he's going to be spotted right at the 40, but it might come back because there is a flag down back at the 45-yard line of Fairview. It's going to be a holding call against the Cardinals. Holding call against the Cardinals. That's going to send it back. We're looking to the sideline to see if we see Thomas and if he might be able to come back at some point soon. And what we're seeing is some work being done on the quarterback to try to loosen up those leg muscles. We do not think, again, it's a serious injury. There have just been some cramps here in this humid evening. All of them so far on the Camden side. Fairview lines up now at its own 36-yard line. Major penalty against Fairview. They're going to make it to the Arkadelphia 40 for a first down. Last minute of the third quarter. Atkins back to pass under pressure. He fires it downfield and misses his target, incomplete. Fired it deep downfield and missed his intended receiver. Also hit just after he threw the ball, but he's up and okay.
Bakari Jackson was the intended receiver downfield that time. And it looks like we're going to see Thomas re-entering the game, as that will be all for Daryl Atkins Jr. for the moment. Thomas going to have his work cut out for him here, facing a 3rd and 23 on his own 36-yard line. They're going to go 5 wide. 3 to the near side, 2 to the far side.
Thomas looks over the defense. Just back into the game after having his legs cramp up. He's going to throw a short pass. A run after the catch is nowhere near enough yardage. 4th down and a long, long way to go. One would think this would have to be a punt. The pass was complete. Intended receiver and the runner after the catch was Jalen Goodwin, but he was covered up by Badgers.
He was, and Zane Thomason was one of the first players to get to him that time, and he was the one who forced the rush on that previous play that forced the hurry. It's going to be 4th down, and this will likely take us to the 4th quarter here as Camden's taking his time.
Yeah, I'm not sure they're going to get this play away. 2 seconds, 1 second, and we have just reached the 4th quarter of play. Arkadelphia 28, Fairview 21 after all those touchdowns in the first half, no touchdowns in the third quarter, and we'll see what will happen in the 4th when we come back after this.
While you may not be a pediatric surgeon volunteering your topiary talents at a children's hospital, your life is just as unique. Your Raymond James financial advisor gets to know you, your passions, and the way you give back. so you can live your life. That's life well planned.
Our fourth quarter sponsor is Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone, and what a fourth quarter we expect. Arkadelphia 28, Fairview 21 as we head into the last quarter of play tonight. Fairview set to punt the ball away at its own 41-yard line. You might think this would be a spot where they'd try a fake punt, but they got a long way to go. They have to make it to the Arkadelphia 40 for a first down, so the Badgers hope to get the ball back momentarily. Fairview set up for the kick. There's the snap. Kick is away. It's a good kick, but it is fieldable. Now it's going to bounce, and Fairview will fall on it and down the ball at the 22-yard line. Now, Fairview thinks that Arkadelphia touched it. They think they have the ball, but Fairview, I don't think the officials have said that. Arkadelphia, I believe, will send the offense back out on the field. A little confusion down there because of the reaction of the Fairview players, but it does appear to me, oh my, well, a lot of discussion. Now I see officials talking to each other, but Fairview sent its offense onto the field, and Arkadelphia sent its defense onto the field. And now for the first time we get a signal from the official, and it is Fairview ball. Well, the ball came down around two Badgers and apparently touched one of them. So Fairview, a huge break in the game, and they'll have a first down at the Arkadelphia 22-yard line. My goodness. Ball came down near two Badgers, touched one of them. Fairview fell on the football, 22-yard line of Arkadelphia. It took a discussion before the officials officially pointed, saying that Fairview had the possession, but apparently the Cardinals knew it all along. So it's first down and 10 for Thomas, who's back on the field. From the 22, running back next to him, Thomas will take the snap. He wants to pass, and he will drop the ball. Arkadelphia, I think, has it. He reached back to pass, dropped it. Arkadelphia fell on it, and it's Alex Gatlin with the ball. Arkadelphia has the possession. Beautiful play. Thomas, a pocket passer, perhaps because his legs are a bit hampered now with the cramps, just dropped the ball. It's a sweaty night, and it slipped out of his hands.
And a huge break there for the Badgers after losing the ball on just the previous play on the punt. May have even been some pressure there that forced that mishap.
We'll give Gatlin credit, too. There were Cardinals all around, but he got to the ball first.
He was
Blitz
ready
on the play, but here's a run and some yardage. Nice cut, good yardage for 9, close to 10 yards on first down.
It's been a while since D'Angelo Buckley's been on the field. Got some fresh legs.
Officials, and it looks like they're going to say he's just a little bit short. So second down and less than a yard. Buckley, as you said, though, a really good run.
We knew it was only a matter of time before he breaks through, and perhaps maybe looking even a bit stronger here as the Camden defense gets worn down.
And there's a run, and that is a first down. Got a couple, but he only needed one for a first down. So Arkadelphia with a Welch Funeral Home first down. Badgers lead it by 7 with the football. It would mean so much to take a 2-touchdown lead. Latonio Hughes, top of the screen in the slot. Right side of the line of scrimmage. Two receivers back to the left also. Another running play, and this time nowhere to go, so it's second down and 10. That's Buckley again. Just didn't have a hole to run through that time.
And that time just trying to go to the hot hand. Didn't work out this time, and it looks like we're going to have another stoppage as another Camden player is cramping up here. Cardinals have had a problem with that here in the second half. Again, Jeff, we mentioned the humidity in this matchup.
And he'll check out of the game. Checking out for Fairview was Bakari Jackson. All right, second down and 10, Arkadelphia. Under 11 minutes left to play in the football game. Running play, this is Buckley, a little bit of room. He gets by one defender, will fall forward for a nice run.
And that time Buckley got the edge and stumbled a bit trying to get around, but he was able to fall forward and get some solid yardage, and now it's going to be third and medium.
At
say about 4 yards.
Yard line, he'll have a third down and 4 yards to go. Running play, this is Buckley. Buckley's got some yardage. Nice spin move, and that should give him a first down. He's done that twice tonight, Chase. Good spin move after contact, gets extra yardage. Not a great spot, but they are going to say a first down. just short, an inch or two short of the 50, but that's enough for a first down. And in fact, it's a Welch Funeral Home first down.
You can tell that Buckley's got a nose for that first down marker, as you mentioned, Jeff, making another great move close to the line and just extending himself enough to make the play and move the chains.
They're going to fake the handoff, and now without a receiver to throw to, Witten's going to run. He'll make some yardage and go down with a gain of about 7, close to 8 yards. Good run. After the pass wasn't there, Witten just took off and made some yardage.
That was Hayden Harper, that was actually Jabari Spencer, the senior, coming out of the secondary for the Cardinals.
Second down, they need about 2.5. Another running play by Witten. He's got a first down inside the 40 to the 35-yard line. Now that offensive line, Chase, is just leaning on the Cardinals and winning some of these matchups.
And we're going to have another stoppage here as we know that Arkadelphia offensive line is strong and they are resilient. And now Camden-Fairview's been out on the field a long time tonight on defense, and we're perhaps seeing the effects as another player is going to be forced to leave the field of play. He's limping.
They've got 2 guys checking out now. Arkadelphia is ready to line up. We'll keep it right here. Ball at the 35-yard line of Fairview. 1st and 10 Arkadelphia. Very important drive to try to take it to more than just a 1-touchdown lead. Long pass, looking deep. Oh, almost a catch at the 5-yard line. And a flag goes down at the end of the play. I think the defender grabbed the receiver deep. Nice throw, good reaction to the throw, and almost a catch down there by Hughes. And the defender got a hand on him as the ball was getting there. Waiting for the official call, but I believe I'm correct about that. Should be a major infraction. Let's see. Well, they're spotting where the line of scrimmage is. Now they're going to mark it off. It is pass interference against the defense. Now that's a good play by Hughes. He adjusted to the pass and then forced the defender to make a mistake.
And Arquavion Martin that time trying to make the play. Just a little too much contact there in the secondary, and now the Badgers are going to have an automatic first down, and they are right there on the edge of the red zone.
The mark off 15 yards from the 35 to the 20-yard line. Arkadelphia at the red zone, ready to move. Fake a handoff, going to pass into the slot, incomplete, trying to get it to Trip Campbell. Good defensive play that time to bat it away at the last moment at the 6-yard line. .9:13 left. Arkadelphia leads by 7, trying to add to that lead. 2nd down and 10, 20-yard line of Fairview. Donovan Witten, the quarterback, he's had a big night. He's going to keep it himself. A running play, he's got good yardage. He's got 5, he's got 10. He's still going to the 5-yard line. He's down inside the 2, close to the 1-yard line. A Welch Funeral Home first down.
Donovan Witten, once again, not shying away from contact. He bulldozes his way through the defensive front that time. Almost dragged the defenders all the way into the end zone. Fortunately for the Cardinals, he was stopped just short.
Yeah, they wound up marking it at the 2, but still an 18-yard gain and first down and goal. Timeout on the field, so we're going to take a break also. Arkadelphia 28, Fairview 21. 8:52 left in the football game, and Arkadelphia is knocking on the door to the first time tonight either team would have more than a 1-touchdown lead. We'll be back after this.
R&T Dixon's Exxon stores are proud to support this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Locally owned and operated by Randy and Tanya Dixon, we welcome you to visit one of our locations in Arkadelphia or Caddo Valley at each I-30 exit. We're also excited to open a bigger and better Tiger Mart at 10th and Pine in Arkadelphia next spring. R&T Dixon's Exxon stores say, "Go Badgers!"
Doctors Gary and Rob Rucker are proud sponsors of this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Dr. Gary and Rob Rucker supporting the Badgers since 1996.
Get real attention on your auto insurance. Get real auto, home, and life insurance. Get Farm Bureau Insurance.
Call Clark County Farm Bureau today at 870-246-4554.
1-yard line. Arkadelphia lines up, first down and goal. Badgers looking for a 2-touchdown lead. Tight formation, running play expected. Witten will keep it. He'll fall forward. That, folks, is an Arkadelphia touchdown.
And Arkadelphia finally breaking the ice here in terms of scoring in the second half. It had turned into a defensive stalemate since the break, but Donovan Witten breaks it wide open there with a powerful run out of power formation. Arkadelphia with its first multiple score lead of the night.
Farm Bureau touchdown, and Arkadelphia leads at 34-21. Here's Brock Curry, who's had a great night, on for the extra point. Snap, kick, it is up, and it's good. Perfect on the night. Arkadelphia 35, Fairview 21 here in Camden. And we'll be back with more fourth quarter action after this.
Arkadelphia Tire and Outfitters is locally owned and operated by James and Tara Rollins, who were both raised here and continue to be active in our community. Arkadelphia Tire and Outfitters offers a variety of services from engine and transmission replacements to brakes, front end alignments, tire repair and replacement, and engine diagnosis on most makes and models. Stop by Arkadelphia Tire and Outfitters at 1802 Pine Street or give them a call today at 870-210-5269. Supporting Arkadelphia for years, Arkadelphia Tire and Outfitters says, "Go Badgers."
You belong at Patterson Federal Credit Union. No matter your financial needs, Patterson has products to help. We offer all types of accounts, savings, Christmas club, and a variety of checking accounts, including one specially tailored to teenagers. Certificates and IRAs are also available. If you're in need of a loan, we can help you with auto, recreation, personal, and home loans. Patterson Credit Union has several strategies to help build or repair credit, including our own credit card program, credit builder loans, and financial counseling. We're proud to have served Clark County for 65 years and look forward to many more years to come. Join us soon. You belong here.
For the kick, Haygood is deep to receive for Fairview. Arkadelphia 35, Fairview 21, 8:49 left in this football game. A beautiful second half for Arkadelphia's defense. Now the offense has stretched out the lead to 2 touchdowns for the first time that either team has had more than a 1 touchdown lead tonight. Kickoff is short. It's going to be bouncing out of bounds, so there is a penalty. But Arkadelphia will set up defensively. I think the key now, Chase, is Thomas going to be a pocket quarterback, or his legs in good enough shape to run again? He's had cramp problems in the second half and hasn't been able to run for yardage.
That is the million-dollar question here going into the final 9 minutes of this contest, because Thomas has depended on his legs in this one. He's been running very well. He hasn't been as good out of the pocket, but now with this injury, he might be forced to play where he's uncomfortable.
And they'll spot it at the 35-yard line after the kick bounced out of bounds. Fairview is set for the kickoff. Thomas is in at quarterback. 8:49 left. Arkadelphia leads it by 2 touchdowns, but Martavius Thomas is an excellent quarterback. We'll see if Arkadelphia can shut him down in the fourth quarter, as they did in the third quarter. A couple of long drives, but no points for Fairview in the third quarter. He wants to hand off on first down, and there is some yardage up to the 38-40-yard line. Knocked out of bounds at the 41-yard line. On the carry was Trent Haygood. He's a good-looking sophomore. Arkadelphia getting some good work from Kelburn Middleton. We called his name a lot last year when he was a sophomore, and he's going to be a key junior for Arkadelphia this year. What a job by the defense here in the second half. Thomas at quarterback looks to the sideline. Clock is running at 8:17. They are not in a hurry. Down by 2 touchdowns. Looks to the far left, looks back to his coach to get the play. And there's 0 on the play clock. Now they start the play clock. They just started the play clock. And the players are standing around talking. So let's see what's going to happen. Okay, so they're waiting for the new time. They stopped the game clock at 8:08. And they are waiting until the play clock gets at the right spot. Now they've reset it at 40 again. And now they're going to explain this to the Arkadelphia coaches, because it is a little puzzling. Everybody's going to get a break for a few seconds as they straighten out the clock. Play clock issue apparently, but it's back at 40, and they stopped the game clock at 8:08.
Well, it's like you mentioned, Jeff, this is the first game of the regular season. Everybody's getting settled in, including the officiating staff and the coaching staffs. Everybody trying to settle into this match.
Rolling to his right, Thomas throws to the sideline. It's caught, and he's out of bounds, but he caught it out of bounds. He caught it out of bounds. That's incomplete. 8:04 left. Nice throw, and he caught the ball, but I don't think he realized exactly where he was because his feet both landed out of bounds. About the 41-yard line, and it is third down now.
Well, and if you're Camden-Fairview, likely taking that outcome right there as though you didn't gain any yards. You didn't lose too much time either, and the clock does stop.
Yeah, they're in a four-down territory from here on, I think. Thomas, no running backs in the formation. He will roll to his right. He'll throw a short pass. It's caught this time in fair territory, and it's enough for a first down. Same play. He just stayed in bounds this time. Catch for Fairview by Jarvis Reed. Badgers line up defensively. Clock running at 7:43 left. Fairview not in a hurry, but now nearing midfield. Also, Brooke is in motion. Thomas wants to throw deep to the right side. He will throw a deep pass. It's well defended and out of bounds, but a flag goes down. Yeah, he was not going to be able to catch that ball, but they had some hand fighting and then pushed out of bounds at the last minute. It was just too much contact, and the official threw the flag. Ball was going to take the receiver out of bounds. The defender didn't realize that and made a late push. Don't know if he knew the ball was coming. But that'll be pass interference against Arkadelphia, and that's going to help out the Cardinals. Thomas is rolling out a little bit, but not threatening to run with the football, so we don't know if his legs are still bothering him. He cramped up with both legs earlier in the second half. He is going to keep it this time. He runs to the right side. He's hit, breaks one tackle, but he's down at the 33-yard line. I don't think he's moving quite as quickly here as he did in the first half. Still a gain, though, for Fairview. Picked up 5.
And you can tell even after that run, he's favoring that leg because of that injury, still trying to tough it out for his team. The Cardinals still in this matchup, but having to adjust their game plan due to Thomas's current condition.
Second down, they need about 5. Thomas rolls to his right, throws a short pass. It's complete. Been very good at throwing the short pass. He got it once again to his same receiver in that pattern, Jarvis Reed. Knocked out of bounds by the Badgers. Playing over on that side is Kelburn Middleton.
Reed's been very efficient on those little out routes. Not going for tons of yards, but moving the ball forward slowly but surely. He's been a key part of the Cardinals' success on this drive.
That was not a first down, so it's third down and about a half yard. And on third down, they do put a running back next to Thomas, and he will hand it to him. He is hitting the backfield, but falls forward and is going to make a first down. They're going to spot the ball between the 26 and 27-yard line, and a first down for Fairview. First down for Fairview, down by 2 touchdowns, but still 6:11 left, clock running. We're in the fourth quarter. Arkadelphia with a 2-touchdown lead. Defense on the field. Martavius Thomas, who had a great first half and has been up and down a bit here in the second half, calls out the snap count. He wants to throw the ball deep, looking toward the end zone, fires it deep. It is picked off, intercepted by Arkadelphia at the goal line. Middleton with the interception, and Arkadelphia has come away with the football and a 2-touchdown lead.
And what a great bounce back play there from Middleton. He struggled a bit on that drive, had some tough matchups on the near side, but read that play perfectly, comes up with a crucial turnover in the red zone. Arkadelphia is going to be at its own 1-yard line, but they're taking the ball away from the Cardinals, and now a chance to try and milk some of that clock.
So Arkadelphia now has to protect from the safety as they have the ball at the 1 yard line, but Arkadelphia has the ball with a 2-touchdown lead, 5:48 left here in the football game.
First and 10 for the Badgers on the 1 yard line.
Arkadelphia lines up, first down at its own 1. And of course, in this situation, they're going to put a running back there with Witten. And it is going to be a pass play. And did he come up with that? I think he might have. That's Babb on a diving catch, and it is a good one. Beautiful catch, diving for it, and that's a first down. What a catch by Babb as he dove to the turf, caught the ball, did not trap it. First down Arkadelphia, and a Cardinal has cramped up a bit. Really big play for a Welch Funeral Home first down. And that moves the chains for a first down. Ball at the 14-yard line. What a catch that was.
That was amazing. The senior coming up with a great grab. He ran his route well. The throw was a little bit off, but he was able to adjust to it, make the sliding catch. And that gives the Badgers a lot more breathing room than they had. Their backs were against the walls. But Babb has helped them out in a huge way.
We don't always talk about the parents of Badger players, but I can imagine about 20 years ago, Chris Babb making a catch like that. Can you imagine that? Yeah.
He was quite an athlete on the basketball court back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't know necessarily on the gridiron, but
I'm thinking,
I could see a late shot.
I'm just wondering why the press box is laughing right now. I don't understand that. Well, he has coached up his son. That was a great catch. Cramping on the play is a very fine young player for Fairview. He's going to have to come out now. It is their senior, Arkavian Martin. Fairview in a world of hurt right now as Arkadelphia has just punched out for a first down at its own 14-yard line. Only 5:41 left in the game. Arkadelphia up by 2 touchdowns. You turn it over to this offense now, make some first downs, and Arkadelphia can ice this. Still a ways away at 5:41, but it's looking good for Arkadelphia. They have played extremely well in the second half. Thrown a shutout in the second half. In the shotgun, they want to pass. Short pass, it is caught. Ooh, not a gain. Ball came loose and a whistle after the whistle. The catch by Cade McBride.
Ball called down. Lockhart on the tackle.
Ball spotted at the 15, so we say gained a yard. Second down, 9 yards to go. Clock does continue to run, though, at 5:19, 5:18, and running. Fairview has 2 timeouts. Arkadelphia has the ball, though. Second down, 9 yards to go.
And Arkadelphia now taking its time, a little bit of a departure from the up-tempo that we've seen as they're trying to milk that clock and walk away with the victory here tonight.
Witten will keep it this time. He runs to his right, gets some yardage, and he'll go down at the 19-yard line, but that's going to keep the clock running as we move to third down. Timeout has been called by Fairview. Timeout called by Fairview. They want to talk about what to do to get back in this game because Arkadelphia has taken control right now in the second half. It's Arkadelphia 35, Fairview 21, 4:51 left in the football game. We'll be back after this.
Under perfect conditions, your car traveling at 65 miles per hour can stop in about 300 feet. That's the length of a football field.
But a fully loaded tractor trailer, one that weighs 80,000 pounds, will take 2 football fields to stop. And that's if the driver is rested, paying attention, and the truck and load is properly maintained.
If you're in an accident with a big truck, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK.
Get the experienced team that's going to be on your side, by your side.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of Bats and Signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia, call Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
Arkadelphia on third down wants to throw it. Whitten will throw a short pass complete. That's a first down and more to the 30, 35-yard line, and down with a first down. Arkadelphia continues to keep control of this football game here in the fourth quarter.
Beautiful play call there from Arkadelphia. There was a man in motion, and that served as a decoy for Buckley to get open on a little bit of a screen pass, and great run after catch to get it up past the 35, up to the 38. And now Arkadelphia's moved the chains and got a little more time to work with.
38-yard line. Fairview is showing a blitz, running play, and not much of a gain. They ran into a wall there, but a 2-yard gain for Buckley. I'll tell you what, Jim Rothwell has had a busy night, this Arkadelphia offense. I'm not sure if his abacus has been able to keep up with all this passing and running.
A lot of big plays. Really on both sides of the ball, as again we're going to have a stoppage in play here, but you were talking about it, Jeff. A lot of positives on the offensive side. Donovan Whitten's done a great job of leading this team. He's gotten some help from Latonio Hughes, D'Angelo Buckley picking up a crucial first down. Carter Babb making the nice play deep in enemy territory early on, or deep back in Arkadelphia territory just a few moments ago.
The stoppage in play is trainers attending to a Camden-Fairview player, and again, they're working on his legs. We are very much hoping this is just cramp. Some of the Fairview players have had a real problem with that in the second half. Not so much the Arkadelphia players. And he is getting attention, and because this is taking a little time, we are going to take a break. But I tell you what, Arkadelphia, just such an impressive game tonight, such an impressive second half. 4:09 left in the ball game. Badgers 35, Fairview 21. We're going to come back after this.
Price & Company Insurance is the area's only trusted choice independent insurance agency. What is that, you might ask? An independent insurance agency works for you, the customer, and not the insurance companies. So the next time you're shopping for home, auto, business, life, or health insurance, we invite you to experience an unprecedented level of customer service and expertise. Call or click for a quote today.
Caleb Smith is coming off the field slowly for Fairview, but he is walking off with a little bit of help, and I believe we're looking at a cramp. I hope that is the situation. He is getting help, and I tell you what, cramps are not serious injuries, but they hurt like crazy, and until he's been in some pain. He's been down, but he's up now, and they're helping him off the field. Arkadelphia in control of the game, second down, 8 yards to go, but still 4:09 left in the contest. 14-point lead for the Badgers, but Arkadelphia has played tremendous game tonight against a really fine 5A team.
And Jeff, you touched on it a little bit there, but the cramp problem, that was a bit of a problem for the Badgers in last year's matchup between these two teams, but we've seen the tables turned a little bit here in this year's matchup. Arkadelphia staying strong here with 4 minutes to go.
Blitz, but a running play for Buckley. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, and they're going to bring him down. Not much of a gain. Now a flag goes down at the end of the play. Let's see what this is. At the end of the play, I think it was post-play.
Tackle made by number 45, Jackson.
Waiting for the officials to tell us, but I think this might be a dead ball foul after the play. The tackle was made just about the line of scrimmage at the 40. The officials having a conversation. Now we're about to get a call. It is going to be a call against Arkadelphia. Personal foul is going to go against Arkadelphia, and they're going to back up the Badgers. That's going to help Fairview have an opportunity to get the ball back, but the clock is under 4 minutes now. Arkadelphia's got some ground to cover after that call. It is second down. Box is saying second. Did they say that was a dead ball foul, or what did they do?
Now they're making the indication to go ahead and change it to third. It was a dead ball foul. But
still says second, but I think it is third. Now they switched it. Let's see.
The official's trying to get it changed, and
there it is. Now there it is. Okay, so it is third down. Third down from the 25. Arkadelphia's going to make it near midfield for a first. Whitten at quarterback. wants to throw it and fires it down the sideline incomplete. It's 4th down, and Arkadelphia is in a situation where they're going to have to give the ball back to Fairview. 3:50 left in the contest, so Fairview's not done. Also, Brooke will check in to return this kick. Not a lot of choice from your own 25. Witten's going to back up and punt it. He is a really fine punter.
He is indeed.
Also, Brooke is back to try to return it. Line drive kick. Also, Brooke will let it bounce. It bounces past him inside the 20. What a punt. They sent someone deep. He couldn't catch it, and then it bounced past him all the way to the 15-yard line. What a kick. What a kick by Witten. He can do just a little of everything, can't he?
He can. That is his second punt of 60-plus yards tonight, Jeff. That he had a 60-yarder earlier in the game. That was a 62-yarder. Witten can do it all for the Badgers.
You know, granted, a lot of that is bounce, but that's part of it is the way he's kicking the ball. He's banking on that, and he got it. Aggressive bounce down the field to the 15-yard line. So Fairview has the possession now. They're going to try to quickly get down the field, I would think, this time with only 3:41 left. Thomas at quarterback. He will hand off right up the middle, though. A good trap block and a good run up the middle all the way to the 42-yard line. And still with a lot of energy is Trent Haygood. The sophomore is making a nice impression tonight.
And that's a good sign for Camden-Fairview in the years to come. Haygood not giving up. His team facing a bit of an uphill battle here, but he's not giving in. Trying to rally his teammates here as the Cardinals are running out of time.
Thomas at quarterback on 1st down from his own 41-yard line. Wants to throw the ball under some pressure. He gets it out to the flat, and it's dropped. Incomplete, just in and out of his hands. And so Fairview has 2nd down. That did stop the clock with 3:19 left. You don't want to give up a touchdown chase, but you especially don't want to give up one quickly. Arkadelphia is ready for that deep pass. The short pass was open. He just dropped it.
And Arkadelphia is okay with the slow, methodical drive here as time is their friend.
Fairview has only 1 timeout left. They've had to call a couple just to regroup. On 2nd and 10, Thomas will hand off. Another running play, well defended by Arkadelphia. Still a positive gain, but only up to the 46. The clock's going to run now if they don't call a timeout. 3:08 left. Fairview in a little bit more of a hurry this time to line up. Ball at the 46-yard line. Now we are under 3 minutes to play in the football game. Fairview down by 2 touchdowns, trying to get a drive together against Arkadelphia, but this defense has thrown a shutout in the second half. Thomas to his right, throws a short pass. It's a catch. He did not make a 1st down, knocked out of bounds at midfield. They need another 1.5 yards.
I think the Cardinals are going to take that result right there as though they were a bit short. It does stop the clock, so now a chance to try and game plan on 4th and short.
It's a really good spot up at the 49 of Arkadelphia, so they need only about a 1/2 yard now. It's 4th down. Key play in the game. 4th down, less than a yard. Thomas is the only one in the backfield. Great runner, but he's had some cramps in the second half and hasn't run much. Now they're going to run him, and he's going to be hit and fall forward for a 1st down. They hit him, but he was able to drive forward and fall forward. Not a big guy. He is fast. He is quick side to side, and that time he showed some strength.
And I don't think that was the first option there. I think they were trying to get the Badgers to jump off sides with the hard count. But Thomas able to adjust and powers his way forward just enough.
47-yard line. He wants to throw deep. Nobody's open. Now he wants to run. He's caught. Really nice play. Really nice play. Keesian Wimberly made the tackle. Fine sophomore against the quick quarterback. Just reached out and grabbed him as he tried to run by and pulled him down for a loss. 2nd down and 12. Clock now down to 2:10. Clock down to 2:10. Chase going to go down to the field now for our post-game interviews, and Chris Babb joins us on the air. Back to pass. Thomas fires, and it is incomplete. Intercepted. Arkadelphia has the tip ball, and this is going to do it. The Badgers, Middleton returning it down the far sideline to the 40, to the 30, to the 20. He's going to go. That's going to be Arkadelphia with an interception and a Badger touchdown.
I see a flag on the 22-yard line. but we'll have to see what it is.
I do too, and it's far away from where the return was.
Yeah.
They're lining up for the extra point.
Lining up for the extra point. So we're going to go ahead and put that Farm Bureau touchdown logo. They have not indicated anything.
The interception alone pretty much ices the game, but the touchdown really does it for Arkadelphia.
That is a flag sitting out there, isn't it, on the 22?
It sure
Maybe
looks
not.
like it.
Maybe it's just a yellow.
Maybe a towel.
Yellow rag.
Oh, the snap gets away. Arkadelphia will fall on it. And so they don't get the extra point this time, but Arkadelphia leads it 41-21 over Fairview. 1:42 left. I'll tell you what, Chris, as we keep it here, is a really good Fairview team. Arkadelphia with a very impressive game tonight.
Really is, especially the second half. We talked at halftime. I was talking with Jim about adjustments. Coach Kaiser, the defensive coordinator, and his staff made adjustments. Obviously, you were aided by your team being in better shape than the other team. It was what it appeared to be.
Yep.
Arkadelphia didn't have any guys cramp up. And that obviously affected Camden-Fairview. But defensive adjustments at the second half, Arkadelphia went on to score the one touchdown offensively, one touchdown defensively there by Kelburn Middleton to put this one away. But just a really, really good second half effort from Arkadelphia, and that one kind of put this one away.
Interception return of more than 60 yards. What an excellent play by Middleton.
In that situation, you might have heard him over the microphone. People saying, get down. You can kneel it out, but then you get outside and you get that outside that one tackler, and then you get a block. And you're not going to tell a defensive back to get down if they see the end zone ahead.
It's your dream if you're a defensive back, right? Brock Curry on for the kickoff.
The flag's still sitting on the field, so obviously it is not a penalty flag, but it sure looks yellow.
Somebody lost a sock, I think. Brock Curry's done a fine job at kicker tonight, and he's set for the kick.
Yeah, Brock Curry, the senior, stepping in today. Carter Babb, the holder, and really the center, the hold, and the kick have really been solid all night until that last one.
Kickoff is long, returnable from the 9-yard line up to the 15-yard line. Good speed down the middle of the field, and there's a return up near the 35-yard line. And yet, only 1:36 left, and a 3-touchdown lead for Arkadelphia.
Yeah, Tucker Guy tripped him up, and Jaquavis Purefoy came in to finish that one off for Arkadelphia. The defensive line, we talk about them. We talked about Max Wilson, K.D. Young, Caden Brown, Nikeeson Wimberly, Jelias Solomon. Also in the interview with Coach Shucker that nobody got to hear except for myself and Coach Shucker because we weren't able to run it. He talked about the depth of the Arkadelphia defensive line, and that's something that many high school teams, no matter what classification, have the luxury of having, especially at Class 4A, to have such a deep defensive line that Arkadelphia has.
Running play up the middle. There's some yardage, but not nearly enough. Nick Williams on the tackle. And short of a first down. So the clock's just going to continue to run under 1:25 now. Well, Fairview's got to be frustrated, but that's a good team. They're going to bounce back as a 5A power. But Arkadelphia making a statement statewide tonight.
No doubt. Really, really solid effort. Obviously, you're going to have things that you can clean up, but really solid effort in big times. Big plays. Arkadelphia came up with the blocked field goal to end the first half. And then had a fourth down stop. Just some big plays defensively when you needed them.
Another good tackle by Williams. Playing very well in the defensive backfield, coming up with some run help on that play. The last two plays, really. Ball near midfield, but Fairview's running out of time. We're less than a minute to play in this football game.
McBride at outside linebacker, Latonio Hughes in at corner on this last possession.
Back to pass, Thomas. He will throw deep down the sideline. He gets a receiver, but a big hit at the 30-yard line. And they're going to have a first down at the 30, but still Arkadelphia playing well defensively. Big hit after the catch. 40 seconds left.
Lamont Jones with the tackle there. Thomas found the hole in his receiver, kind of a little double move, got the defensive back to bite. Thankfully for Arkadelphia, it wasn't a deep pass, just kind of a medium level.
Running play behind the guard and some yardage, but again, not that much, only 5. Fairview just trying to get a touchdown, but they're behind by 3 touchdowns. 21 seconds left, clock running. Arkadelphia playing a 5A power tonight, is going to take this game and almost double the score. Running play, not much at all, not a first down, and the clock is going to run out.
Yep,
2-1, and that's it. Arkadelphia 41, Fairview 21. What a big win for Arkadelphia to start the 2022 season, and we'll be back to talk about it in the postgame show after this.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of bats and signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
Locally owned and operated, Java Primo is the official coffee house of ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. In addition to coffee, drinks, and desserts, we also have wonderful options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Shop our gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com or visit us on Main Street in historic downtown Arkadelphia. Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more says, Go Badgers!
Everyone's known for something. Ours is simple. At the Southwest Auto Collection and iDriveSWA.com, you get the absolute lowest price on America's best brands: Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, GMC, Buick, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. And we deliver anywhere in the state, plus tires for life. It really is that simple. Visit us today, the Southwest Auto Collection, I-30 Exit 78 in Arkadelphia, or online at iDriveSWA.com.
Turner, Rogers, Manning & Plyler CPA is a longtime supporter of the Arkadelphia Public School District. Turner, Rogers, Manning & Plyler has established a reputation for providing clients with outstanding services that include auditing, accounting, and tax and business consulting. Contact Turner, Rogers, Manning & Plyler today at 870-246-4563 or by visiting them at 305 Professional Park Drive in Arkadelphia. Turner, Rogers, Manning & Plyler says, Go Badgers!
Doctors Gary and Rob Rucker are proud sponsors of this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Dr. Gary and Rob Rucker supporting the Badgers since 1996.
Shows. So glad to be back with you. Once again, final score, Arkadelphia 41 and Fairview 21. A huge win for the Arkadelphia Badgers tonight against a very, very good 5A team. So the Badgers take it 41-21. Arkadelphia led it 28-21 at halftime and then took the victory with an excellent second half offensively and defensively. I want to say a special thank you tonight because we came reasonably close to not being able to bring you the game tonight as we had internet trouble here in Camden and in this press box. But I want to say thank you to Chris Babb, first of all, who always seems to be able to find the answer when we have a difficulty, and then also to the technology team here at Camden-Fairview and in the press box. They were able to come in and give us some help also to get on their Wi-Fi since the original line they'd given us did not work properly. So even though if you tried to listen to the pregame show and watch the pregame show, we weren't able to bring you that in customary fashion, we did get moving by the time the game started and able to bring it to you, and it was the work of the folks here in the press box and Chris Babb that made that possible. We couldn't do anything about the sun, though, in the first quarter or part of the second quarter when the sun wasn't quite down yet and you were seeing a lot of shadows and a less than beautiful picture. That was just the way it is since we're shooting behind glass tonight and a window that we can't open. But when it got dark, Coleman Callan did his thing, and we got a nice picture, and we were able to get good sound to you and bring you an exciting game. Very, very excited to bring it to you as Arkadelphia got a big win. We've got in this postgame show, sponsored by Blend Real Estate and Kerry Garnett, the 1979 championship quarterback of the state champion Arkadelphia Badgers. We thank his sponsorship all the way from San Diego. We heard from California tonight. We heard from Alabama also. So we're glad folks all over are listening to our broadcast, watching our broadcast, and we know we had a lot of folks back home doing the same thing. It was a nice night in Camden, especially the second half, as Arkadelphia's conditioning, I think, helped win this game. Arkadelphia's tough play in the second half defensively shut down Fairview, shut them out in the second half. Arkadelphia led at 28-21 at halftime. In the first half, one team would score and then the other team would score. No one ever had in the first half more than a one-touchdown lead, but Arkadelphia was able to take that two-touchdown lead and then an interception return, made it a 20-point win tonight for Arkadelphia. A lot of excitement. Whitten to Latonio Hughes for a 72-yard touchdown pass for the first touchdown of the game. Fairview's a very good team with an excellent quarterback in Martavius Thomas. He was able to account for 3 touchdowns in the first half, but Arkadelphia got the shutout in the second half and continued to score. Good running from Whitten, from Buckley, good passing from Whitten and several receivers. A key first down late in the game by Babb on a great catch. And then, of course, Hughes continued to play well. They got good play from a number of players. Sophomores playing well tonight. Purifoy with a big game and a touchdown also. A lot of fun these Badgers are. You're going to love seeing the team play. The first home game is going to be at Carpenter-Haygood Stadium. And we invite you to kind of go back in time and go back about 20 years and see the Badgers playing at Henderson at Carpenter-Haygood one more time. We're excited about that, and we are excited to be able to bring you every game home and away here at ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com. We are excited about this season, and we know that you are too. We're going to bring you Jim Rothwell and a statistical report, interviews from down on the field, and we'll be back with that after this.
Get real attention on your auto insurance. Get real auto, home, and life insurance. Get Farm Bureau Insurance.
Locally owned and operated, Welch Funeral Home has been serving the Arkadelphia community since 2005. Our goal at Welch Funeral Home is to offer every family that will allow us to serve them the most caring, dignified, professional service at the most affordable price. With over 40 years of experience in the funeral home industry, owner Tim Welch and Welch Funeral Home have also been longtime supporters of the Arkadelphia Badgers and Lady Badgers. Contact Welch Funeral Home at 870-230-1400 or visit them at 202 South 4th Street near downtown Arkadelphia.
While you may not be a pediatric surgeon volunteering your topiary talents at a children's hospital, your life is just as unique. Your Raymond James financial advisor gets to know you, your passions, and the way you give back, so you can live your life. That's life well planned.
R&T Dixon's Exxon stores are proud to support this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Locally owned and operated by Randy and Tanya Dixon, we welcome you to visit one of our locations in Arkadelphia or Caddo Valley at each I-30 exit. We're also excited to open a bigger and better Tiger Mart at 10th and Pine in Arkadelphia next spring. R&T Dixon's Exxon stores say, "Go Badgers!"
Arkadelphia Tire and Outfitters is locally owned and operated by James and Tara Rollins, who were both raised here and continue to be active in our community. Arkadelphia Tire and Outfitters offers a variety of services from engine and transmission replacements to brakes, front end alignments, tire repair and replacement, and engine diagnosis on most makes and models. Stop by Arkadelphia Tire and Outfitters at 1802 Pine Street or give them a call today at 870-210-5269. Supporting Arkadelphia for years, Arkadelphia Tire and Outfitters says, "Go Badgers!"
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of Bats and Signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are in your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Our sponsors mean so much to us to bring you Badger football, to support the Arkadelphia High School Badgers and Lady Badgers in every way. I want to say thank you to all of them. Sonic has joined us as a sponsor this year. We're very pleased to have them join us. Sonic is part of my life. I'm sure it's part of yours also. It's a part of everybody's life in Arkadelphia, one of the real important parts of the Arkadelphia culture, right? I don't know if you cruised around Arkadelphia when you were young, but the Sonic was part of that, and I'm sure it's part of much more constructive activities as well, as it's a great place to go to get some nourishment. Gee, whether it's the burgers or the ice cream or the onion rings, whatever you choose, Sonic is a great place to be. So we're glad that they have joined us. Our other sponsors also want to say thank you to Blend Real Estate, Kerry Garnett, our friend in San Diego, who is the sponsor of our post game. Our sponsor for our first downs is Welch Funeral Home. Our touchdowns is Farm Bureau. Our pregame is Southern Bancorp. First quarter is Taylor King Law. Second quarter, Turner, Rogers, Manning, and Plyler. Halftime, Southern Bancorp. Third quarter, it's Providence Veterinary Clinic. Fourth quarter, it's Eccles Thompson and Kneebone, I should say. Also sponsoring Arkadelphia Tire and Outfitters, R&T Dixon Enterprises, Blake Bell Wealth Management, Turner, Rogers, Manning, and Plyler, Gary and Rob Rucker, Clark County Farm Bureau, Austin Wingfield State Farm, Southwest Sporting Goods, Welch Funeral Home, Price & Company. Price & Company is going to join us as a sponsor for kickoffs beginning next week. Taylor King Law, Dairy Queen, Patterson Federal Credit Union, Pediatrics Plus, Java Primo, South Central Connect, Print Mania, Batson Sign, Southwest Auto Collection, and, of course, Kerry Garnett and Blend Real Estate. Well, we're going to have in a moment a report from Jim Rothwell, who's going to bring us a full statistical report tonight. And he's working overtime to get it ready because, man, there was a lot of offense coming from Arkadelphia. 41 points tonight. One of those touchdowns, though, scored by the defense. And in just a moment, we're also going to go down to the field and have a report from Chase as he is down on the field. It's a bit of distance from this press box down to the field, but Chase is quick. He's going to make it down there and give us a report here momentarily. Also, Chris Babb saw his daughter in the band, saw his son on the football team. It's a good night for the Babb family, without a doubt, and we're excited about being able to talk about all of the Badgers and the families who enjoyed this game here in Camden or who watched from wherever you are tonight, because we had folks from the East Coast and the West Coast tuning in. Jim Rothwell is joining us now for our stat report. Jim, I padded for you a little bit there because, man, you had a lot of adding and subtracting and multiplying to do tonight. A lot of stats.
I did. My fingers are a little stiff and tired there from running the calculator there. We'll start with Camden-Fairview. No, going in the game, we know, but Thomas was the key. Had a great first half. Second half, a lot of it may be because of the cramps, but he ended up with 9 rushes, for passing 9 out of 27, so only 33%. Now, he had some that were dropped that should have been caught. 93 yards, a lot of those came in the second half at the end. But he threw 2 interceptions, which really made the difference. Gave Arkadelphia the ball back a couple times when they were driving. Rushing, he had 19 carries for 140 yards, 3 TDs. 123 of that came in the first half. So second half, basically, whether it's the injury or Arkadelphia defense, they took him away from the ability to rush, which is a key to their offense. Others stepped in, though. Lanford had 7 carries for 63 yards. Haygood had 10 for 65. Also, Brook had 4 for 26. So they got some rushing from some of the others. But when you hold Thomas to 27 yards rushing I think that's 27, it may have been 17 because if you had 123 in a half, you've done your job. That's tremendous. Receiving was sort of spread around. No big plays from them in the receiving game, but a lot of short passes. And they did have 10 penalties for 95 yards. But the key was the ability to shut Thomas down in the second half, whether it was the defense or the injury, the cramps or whatever, and the turnovers, 2 interceptions and 1 fumble. For Arkadelphia, Whitten had a big night, 15 completions out of 33 attempts, 303 yards. Most of that came in the first half because Arkadelphia did a lot of running in the second half, slowed the game down a little bit, had 3 TDs passing, and then did have the 1 interception there. He also did it rushing. He had 8 carries for 74 yards, so almost 375 yards plus for Whitten in the game. He had 2 TDs, so 5 accounted for 5 TDs. Buckley rushed well in the second half, 11 carries for 46 yards. What you see in the receiving is spreading around. There were 6 receivers that caught at least 2 passes for 20 yards there. Babb had 4 for 45, Pure 44 for 89. Hughes had 2 receptions, but it was 103 yards. And Campbell 2 for 29, Buckley 2 for 21, and Bailey 3 for 33. Arkadelphia's penalties, they've got to work on that. 15 penalties for 150 yards will get you beat in a lot of games. They had 10 in the first half for 100 yards. So they did better in the second half, but 10 penalties and a half for 100 yards. Again, they had 10 for less than 100. So the penalties, they've got to work on those. Good job without the turnover, just 1 interception, handled the ball real well, no fumbles. Arkadelphia's offense is explosive. They've got some wrinkles. If they can eliminate penalties, there were penalties that cost them at least 1 or 2 touchdowns. So if they can eliminate those, reduce those, they are going to be hard to stop because you don't know, in the receiving game, you don't know who to cover because every one of these can break it on you and score a touchdown.
Jim, it's hard for me to imagine that they wouldn't improve in that category. You see that sometimes in a first game, and we saw it for both teams tonight. What we did see that we'll point out, no criticism of Fairview here because there are a lot of teams this week and next week playing in humid conditions. A lot of people are going to cramp up. You just didn't see it for Arkadelphia, and that's a result of really fine preparation.
You didn't see them even dragging. It wasn't just that they didn't cramp up. You didn't see the linemen dragging in the second half that I noticed, offense or defense. All the skill players, they just kept going and going. So that was a big thing. And, again, that's a little different than last year. We remember that the cramps last year played a big part in that game. Arkadelphia was prepared for that this year. They were ready from a conditioning standpoint.
Let's talk about an offensive player of the game.
It would have to be Whitten. You get 375 yards total offense plus 5 TDs. It's hard to not go with that.
I agree with you. The receivers, as you said, did a really fine job.
As a group?
He really spread the ball around effectively for first down, some big catches for first downs. Then you had the big play opportunities led by Hughes, who got the first touchdown. But as you said, Whitten made it go tonight with 375 total yards, 377 total yards. What a night. Our offensive player of the game. Not a surprise, Donovan Whitten.
Not at all.
Defensively, player of the game.
That's a tough one. I thought the pressure they were able to put on in the second half made a difference. Thomas rushed some passes. Some of his inaccuracy was due to the pressure he was getting. Now, if he got back there and took off, that was a different story. I thought the defensive, particularly in the second half, the defensive line was able to put some pressure on him.
I did too. A really nice job by the defensive line. Some younger guys playing a key role. Some veterans like Max Wilson, who was back tonight after being released and being able to come back, played well tonight. Yeah. But I tell you what, I'll go with Middleton because he made that interception that iced the game at the end, scored the touchdown.
He did, and that was a big play. And he did a good job of covering. Fairview has great athletes at the receiver positions, and the secondary did a couple good job. There were a couple of times they were beat, and Fairview dropped the ball. But overall, they did a good job. The other one that stood out to me was a play that Wimberly made when the running back was going to cut back, or Thomas was going to cut back. I believe it was Thomas or the running back one. And he was there. He caught him from behind to bring him down.
Yeah,
that's some athleticism.
It really is. Offensive player of the game is Whitten. Defensive player of the game is Middleton. I'll tell you what, we are ready, almost ready. We're very close to being ready to going down to the field for an interview as Chase is down there. It is about a half mile from the press box to the field, and we're gonna have this set up, and he's gonna bring us this report momentarily. We love this part of the post game where we have an opportunity to hear from folks down on the field, and we are just about there. Chase Hartzell on the field with an interview. Here we go to Chase.
All right, I'm down on the field with Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker. Coach Shucker, last year final score 41-21 in the favor of Camden-Fairview at Badger Stadium. This year you get to return the favor by the same score, 41-21 Arkadelphia at Cardinal Stadium. How you feeling right now?
It's awesome. It's awesome to start the season off like this. A year ago we were plagued with cramps, and it just didn't go our way. We struggled with it the whole game. We were just out of rhythm. And this year we really made it a point to be in shape for this game and be able to last the entire game. I thought overall we were able to do that. We did have a few cramps here and there, but overall I thought we were well conditioned, and that played in our favor in the end.
In addition to the durability, what other factors or players stood out to you in this matchup?
The big thing was our defense. Our defense was tough all night. We did a really good job of wrapping up and tackling. We forced 4 turnovers on the night. That's huge. If our defense can force turnovers like that on a weekly basis, we're gonna be pretty good this season. Offensively, I was impressed with how we executed early. It wasn't a perfect night. There's a lot of things that we've got to clean up. We had too many penalties, but we were able to execute just enough to be able to make the big plays and do the things to get points on the board.
Any closing thoughts heading into next week?
Very proud of the team. Our team's really working hard. We're excited. We're only going to get better from here. Go Badgers.
All right, thanks.
Thank you for staying up late with us for the post-game show. Nice interview, Chase, down on the field with Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker. Stay tuned. All week we're going to be able to see that show. We'll put it together, the Inside Badger Football show with Trey Shucker and Chase. It's going to be so much fun to watch more footage from this, some highlights from this game, and hear the coach talk about those along with Chase. It's always a treat, and we hope that you take advantage of that during the week as you wait for the next Badger matchup. Chris Babb joining me now, and Chris, it's just magical. This was a really great game offensively. Defense came in through and pitched a shutout against an awfully good team. The team was prepared. They were ready physically. They were ready mentally. And you can tell the coaches have faith in these players.
They do. And, the first game, there are a lot of unknowns for both teams. And then I think Coach Shucker talking about it in that interview, we made sure, last year we weren't in shape. We made sure that we were going to be in better shape at the beginning of this year. And that's exactly what happened. It is 41-21 last year. This year, the road team is 3-0 in this series since it started, 3 years ago. But just an overall a good, positive end to week one. Actually 0 week, but to take into the week against Hot Springs, which will be a fun Friday night back at Carpenter-Haygood Stadium. It's always going to be corrections after each game, especially after the first game, but it's much more fun to work on those corrections after a win.
Chris, I tell you what, I have been to Carpenter-Haygood many, many times to see the Arkadelphia Badgers play and to broadcast those games. I'm going to have fun next week. It is a lot of fun. We're hoping to be back on top of the press box where it's a beautiful view and you can hear the crowd.
The sun will be behind us.
Excitement. Well, that's true, too.
Yeah.
And to hear the excitement of the crowd and to hear the Arkadelphia High School Band, which performed extremely well tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun to go back and do that for a week or two and then head right back to Badger Stadium for the rest of the season. And we think it's going to be a great season.
That's right. In interviewing Coach Shucker today during the pregame interview, we do that in the press box at Badger Stadium. They had the turf out, had about half of it beginning to roll out, so that process is underway, and I know they're excited. The players will be excited. The seniors will be excited to play on their home field again, but next week, working with the high school, trying to get some word out to some people who have participated in those games, whether you're a player or a band or whatever, to come back and kind of make that a big deal. So really will be a fun, nostalgic time for a lot of people in Arkadelphia next week.
If you can't be there, then tune in because we'll bring you the video and you'll see what it's like for the Badgers to be back on that turf and back in Carpenter-Haygood Stadium for a week or so. Tell you what, Chris, you were out when I did it, but I thanked you in particular for getting us on the air tonight because it was not an easy task. And we also want to say thank you to the folks here at Fairview who provided some help also.
Yes,
Good
Daryl
folks here is very helpful.
Ricky Tucker, athletic director, good friend of mine from when we worked together in my time at Arkadelphia. Daryl with IT at Camden was a big help, and then thankfully our hotspot just started working, started cooperating, and we've been on the air for 3 hours and 27 minutes and 43 seconds without an interruption, and so that's about how long the game took plus the post game.
Well,
so we'll take that.
We're having a lot of fun, but we are going to have to end it and say goodnight. I tell you what, Chris, I have struggled since I became a grandfather in May. What am I going to say when I sign off?
Yeah.
Because I've been saying since 1995, Abby, Daddy's on his way home, even though Abby is herself a mom now.
Right.
And so do I say that, as I always have, or do I instead speak to my granddaughter, Mary Kate,
who
won't really necessarily be awake right now and listening?
I've been on the air with you long enough that I have actually thought about this too.
Have you got a suggestion for me?
Mary Kate, Abby's dad is on his way home.
Okay, I think I'll say that. Mary Kate, Abby's dad, is on his way home.